Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Smacks Kaze upside the head.
Hello.
Smacks Kaze in the face.
What? Can you hear me?
Smacks Kaze's butt.
What?
Okay, apparently face and butt get the same reaction.
Whichever.
Smacks Kaze on the thigh.
What are we doing?
This is the strangest doll I've ever interacted with.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm so confused.
Now it's broken. I'm not even slapping it and it's talking.
What?
Hi, Dreamless Void.
Hello, Dreamless Void.
Why do you do this?
Oh, jeez. It's so weird. Even trying to recover my my password, it won't let me.
Yeah, I think the PSN might just be down, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried because I just noticed Google signed me out, so I'm like, is something going on? Are people's accounts being compromised?
Hi, Crumpled Bear.
You know, I think they probably are being compromised.
Mine's fine. I mean, I haven't heard about anything like that, and why would it happen exactly now?
I mean, fair point. It's just the timing is weird.
Well, it's happened before, so it can happen again.
Alright, forgot about this. Okay, I'm just gonna let this play, and then once it's done, we'll get started. Yeah, but like we said, there's been some issues signing into PSN and all that. I mean, I've had on and off success. You like my FNAF 4 stream? Yes, my FNAF streams were very popular, weren't they?
They were.
Yeah.
Like, super popular. That's why you should just play FNAF and nothing else.
That's ridiculous.
Well, people do that. You could be like a Minecraft YouTuber, but like FNAF.
That could only last so long.
Okay, now Google just signed me out. I logged back in, so no issues. Spooky timing.
You'd be surprised. I'm being facetious, obviously. That'd be boring as hell, just do the same game forever.
Oh yeah.
Captain Sparkles doesn't seem to mind.
Well, I'm sure he's dying on the inside.
I think he actually said he was at one point. Like, no joke, he was like, I hate this. Like, basically something like that, or like, he started doing something and his fans hated it, and he was like, listen, calm down. No, this is for me. It was something like that.
Let's see.
And there you go. There's the, oh, you can't really call it the intro scene since you can only see it if you wait in the title screen.
There's something you can see if you wait in the title screen?
Yeah, I think you can
that.
see one of the original trailers.
Is it the one that ends with the kind of like
We are slowly reaching for that bone.
Yeah, that was, I think, the original teaser trailer.
I thought the original teaser trailer for this game was just a bunch of boring nonsense, a couple of environment shots, and then ends with the words Project Beast.
The original public teaser trailer, I think that one was used for something else.
Okay, well, let's get into it. Yeah, we're gonna be playing an offline... Oh.
Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Okay, so in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, hi Nate is gone. In Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, you're given character creation right away. In Dark Souls 2, you have to run past a few enemies and get to a house before you can do character creation, and for some reason, Dark Souls 2 fucked up and made it so that you had to choose your name first and couldn't change it afterward.
Yeah.
But you can still change it with Cheat Engine if you're using PC. It's not going to soft ban you or anything for changing your character's name.
Yes, this doesn't have much of an effect.
Yeah, but in Bloodborne, you just get a very short cutscene and then you're able to make your character. So, the Bloodborne character creator is quite a bit more advanced than any of the previous ones. Although, I still think they look like porcelain dolls.
It's still better looking than they were before, I think.
I don't know what it is about PS4 RPGs and always having that look. FF14 has it. Dark Souls 3 has it. I don't really get it. Even the early trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3 look like it had it. I don't really get it. Well, anyway. So, let's see. The Origin replaces classes in this game. Basically, instead of having like an RPG class like fighter or thief or anything like that, Crumpled Bear, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah, but instead of having regular traditional RPG classes, instead you just have a backstory that explains why you have the skills you do, because everybody in Bloodborne is effectively the same class. Everybody pretty much plays the same. The only difference is everybody can have like one spell equipped, which there are not even really spells, and there is very, very few weapon options in this game. I think the original version of Bloodborne had, what, 6 weapons? And then the DLC, DLC added 12 more?
No. There's a lot more in base game than you're probably thinking.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah, there's like 12 in base game alone.
And then how many did the DLC add?
I think like 5?
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, either way, there's significantly less weapons in Bloodborne than there are in any of the other games.
Yes, but there's a reason for it. There is a reason for it.
Yeah, because instead of focusing so much on stats and like elemental infusions and stuff like that, instead it just focuses on giving them balanced movesets. The weapon you choose mainly determines your playstyle. Grumpled Bear, I'm gonna consider that spam if you keep doing that. Oh, you're Aiden? Okay. Well, don't do that. Okay, you're posting too much.
But because the thing, I think the reason why there's like not really any classes is just because like your class is kind of just predetermined by like the game itself, since everyone's a hunter,
Yeah.
you know. So you kind of follow the rules of what hunters did.
Yeah, so all you can really do to determine your starting stats is to choose your origin. The first one is called.
Like most of the games in the series, the final option on the list is actually the best one, but we'll get to that.
Really?
Yeah, because again, just like in the other games in the series, taking the one that gives you the lowest base level allows you to customize it the most.
But the thing is, most builds in Bloodborne are finished by level 100, so that customization really is a lot less meaningful anyway.
Well, I'm not saying it's not really a huge deal, but it does give you more options for as little as that matters.
Anyway, but I was actually looking at these classes earlier, and I have a counter argument to that, Tyler.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, well, first let me read through all of these. First is something called Milk Toast, which I don't know if that's a joke or it's actually like a word, but it's hilarious. Ordinary, happy upbringing. All attributes are pretty average, as they all average at about 10. Lone survivor of a lost hamlet, high life essence and vigor. Troubled childhood, suffered misfortune in youth, highly resilient as a result. Violent past, terribly violent past, rash but stronger for it. Professional, born specialist, fit for sleuthing or academia. Military veteran, experienced in war, a soldier with strength and skill. Noble scion, scion to a respectable line with faith in your pedigree. Cruel fate, faced terrible hardships, but now confident in your purpose. And waste of skin, you are nothing, talentless, you shouldn't have been born. Which, I love the description of that. Now, the reason that waste of skin isn't that good, it's not as good as some of the other worst class in the games, as in the other Souls games, is because if you compare this to Milk Toast, you'll see that their total starting stats and their level are exactly 6 points apart. Milk Toast is basically just a leveled up Waste of Skin, but with one teeny difference. Waste of Skin starts with 1 point more of Arcane. Now, if that's worth it to you, if 1 extra point of Arcane means all that much to you, you're probably better off starting off with a different origin altogether, but Milk Toast is better than Waste of Skin in every possible way.
Well, I'm still going to be doing Waste of Skin regardless.
What level do they both start at?
10 and 4. They're exactly 6 points apart in level and total stats.
Okay.
Well, that just means that they're identical then. Because you don't lose anything then. With either.
You do, though. It just means that you have to collect more blood echoes to get up to Milk Toast's
4
level.
levels of it. 6 levels of it. That's nothing.
It's still,
yeah, that really not a lot.
It's still a waste.
Yeah, well, yeah. Waste of Skin really is kind of a wasted class unless you're going for, well, no, I can't even say, it's like good for if you're going for max level, because it literally just would end in the same place as Milk Toast, like level wise. So
Well, Milk Toast would end a little bit higher probably.
No, they have the exact same stat totals.
No. But I'm saying that
they're 6 levels apart and 6 points apart.
Yes, so. but if you gain the same amount of experience to endgame level in Milk Toast that you did as Waste of Skin, you'd be a higher level as Milk Toast than you would be as Waste of Skin.
Soul memory isn't a thing in this game.
I didn't say soul memory was. Why are you saying that's a thing? I never said it was.
I don't understand the point you're trying to make.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on it either.
They'd be the same level.
No, they wouldn't.
They have the same exact max level.
Well, I'm not talking about getting to max level. I'm talking about getting to endgame level.
I'm talking about max level. And the different, like, those 6 levels it would gain would be so minuscule anyway that they would end up at the same place, even if they both gained the same amount of experience.
Right.
Tyler.
What?
If I played as Milquetoast and I raised Arcane by 1 point, and then played a Waste of Skin character and got up to level 11, it and the Milquetoast stats would be completely identical at the same level.
Right. I gotcha.
Whatever. Anyway. So, yeah. As for age, it's really difficult to see from a distance, because you have to leave this menu and then go down to another screen in order to see a close-up of the face. But there are a lot of preset options, kind of like what Dark Souls 2 had. Lots of base skin colors to choose from, but you can also use sliders to make your own, make slight adjustments. Lots of face defaults. You can even have glasses now. There are different kinds of glasses. You could be Morpheus.
Or Eggman.
Or I guess they do kind of look like Eggman's glasses. There's also these weird cyberpunk looking glasses. Don't really get them.
I like them.
You can also have a monocle. Although it's not really a traditional monocle because it still clips under the nose. Color.
Well, that is one of the traditional styles.
Also,
there's that, and then there's ones that, like, clip into your eye socket.
Yeah. Also, they finally added a button that lets you adjust the sliders faster, and they have visible numbers, so you don't just have to eyeball it.
Which makes it great for when people make tutorial on characters and you just follow.
Yeah, but I already made a character earlier just so I wouldn't have to spend all of my time designing a character. Oh yeah, and you can also choose your character's voice. In all the prior games, males had one voice and females had one voice, but now each gender has 3 voices, depending on how old you want them to sound.
Yep, and you can save customization presets, which is awesome.
Didn't I just say that?
No, you didn't mention anything about saving that. You said you created a character previously, but you didn't mention anything about saving presets.
Yeah, I have it right here. Load favorites. Wait, what?
Hmm?
Where is it?
Sometimes it clears them.
Why?
I don't know. It might have something to do with the network or something.
I spent like a... Oh, wait. This is... Oh. I'm offline. It probably saves them online.
Well, no, I can access mine offline. I said I lost my original presets. I don't know what happened to them, so I had to remake mine. I'm not sure why they get taken off. You could try logging into the network, see if it'll let you in or something, or go online and see if it's there.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I spent an hour working on that character. And I know I saved it.
Oh, yeah.
You're pretty much better off just making like characters and just like sending them into the bench at the clinic. It's like the best thing to do.
God damn it, now I have to do the whole character over again.
Yeah, I don't know why it would disappear. I have no idea why. It makes no sense. And I don't know why mine saved the second time and didn't save the first time. I don't know. I went through a lot of failed creations originally. The first character I tried to make was actually the Heat Miser. It didn't really turn out as well as I would have liked it to, so I didn't go with it. Mostly because trying to get a big nose in Bloodborne is incredibly difficult. Because what happens is like it'll actually just make it long instead of like being actually big. Unlike Dark Souls 2. There's far too many options in Bloodborne, to be honest. Because you can adjust like every little thing. But that's probably why you can make things even more like messed up than you usually could. Like in Dark Souls 2. That's probably why in general Frosty Cheerio end up looking so lame compared to you know, Raspberry Boy. Okay, this is not a very good start to this at all.
No, we can't sign into PSN. It didn't save my favorite that I saved, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because I didn't actually make the character after saving the favorite? Because that would make no sense.
It might be.
I did do that after I saved mine, so it's possible that that's what does it. Yeah. You might have to. I have no idea why you'd have to do that.
It may just be how they set up the triggers. Yeah. I guess in Dark Souls 3, what's probably going to be best is if you just make the character and have it saved, and then show the beginning cutscene stuff on a secondary new character, and then just swap back.
That probably would be easiest, yeah. Oh, the second character I tried to make, which also failed, was I tried to make Walter Sullivan.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't really go as
would have been interesting, yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't really work as well as I would have liked it to. Mostly because I couldn't find any like good reference for the character that like gave me the correct lighting and kind of idea. It was difficult.
Yeah, being a Silent Hill character, he kind of you know, is always lit in the dark.
Well, because even if you like just take his model out of the game, right? The problem is that like his actual production renders and his model look completely different, and that's bothersome because I don't know which is like the intended design, you know, for the character.
Walter Sullivan's design was extremely inconsistent. Sometimes he was drawn with a jumpsuit, sometimes he was drawn with a long blue jacket, sometimes with a short blue jacket, sometimes he had neck-length hair, sometimes he had waist-length hair.
Yeah, right. Because in the end, I decided not to go with it, because even if I made the character look right, it wouldn't have been recognizable anyway. Like, it wouldn't have been a poppy kind of thing, so I'm like, eh. And then the last one I attempted was Eggman, but I couldn't pull off Eggman properly because there's no mustaches that work. There's nothing big enough. I mean, there is a mustache, but eh. Does anyone remember how Eggman looked in Sonic 06?
I do.
Because I don't understand that design at all.
Is that
like
the one with egg nipples?
That's the one. I don't understand Eggman in that game because he's like human proportioned. Like he's not egg shaped as much anymore in 06. He's just like a dude, just with a giant mustache. You know. So why was Eggman modeled after Theodore Roosevelt? I still don't understand that.
Isn't it because Theodore Roosevelt had a famous mustache?
Oh, perhaps.
Maybe.
I'm not entirely sure. Who was Dr. Wily based off of?
Albert Einstein?
Albert Einstein, that's
Einstein, and then they based Dr. Light on Edison, right?
Yeah.
Which, like, I understand they chose it that way because of, like, the association with Einstein and the atomic bomb. But really, Edison was, in real life, was a lot closer to Wiley than Einstein was. Thomas Edison was a fucking scumbag.
I don't think we knew that in the late 80s, though.
people knew it, but people's standards for who and who was not a scumbag, I think, was still different then.
That's possible.
Because now, like, back then, if you told people that, yeah, Edison killed an elephant to prove that Tesla's alternating current was dangerous. What? Like, back then, they would have been like, oh, that's cool. But now we're like, you fucking monster. What is wrong with you?
Mostly because there's much easier ways to prove.
Yeah. But no, you got a crowd together and murder an elephant with AC current just to say, hey, this is dangerous. Even though it really is no more dangerous than DC. In fact, it's probably safer than DC.
I think one of the most interesting little tidbits of like personality stuff about like old-fashioned figures. I mean, I worded that really terribly.
Man,
wait,
that was English.
no, okay. Trivia about old English people. I guess English. I don't know. Oh, God, what the fuck's his name?
Shakespeare?
No, not Shakespeare. I like how that's the first thing you go to. Like, no, the dude who, hold on, he was sort of tubby. He was the guy who invented, he was in history associated with electricity. The guy, like the kite thing.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin. That's it. Even though, like, he didn't really invent electricity, though, right? That was like, he didn't really whatever. Point is,
Invent?
no, discover.
People, I think, understood very basic things about electricity, but not enough to do anything with it.
Okay.
Because there is some slight evidence that the Egyptians had electricity, but they didn't know they had it.
Okay.
They used... There was this thing called the Baghdad Battery, which was a clay pot with a copper tube in it, and then it would be filled with some type of, like, acidic liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and that caused an electric current. Current Egyptologists say, oh, they used it for electroplating, which they might have, but the actual hieroglyphics showing the thing, it looks like a light bulb.
Okay.
It looks like they had it hooked up to a light bulb. So it's like, are you sure?
It's still not as impressive as when Noah invented water.
But
But the thing about Benjamin Franklin, though, that I wanted to mention is it's just hilarious how, like, that he was apparently, like, this, like he was obsessed with the ladies. Like, he was a super, like, hardcore guy. Like, he got women all the time. Like, he was always hitting on people. And I just find that hilarious. Because you look at him, like, in pictures and stuff, and he looks like this, like, old portly dude, But he apparently was, like, really, like, suave. And, like, it's just really weird to think that,
that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done with my character.
Okay. Probably not as good as the first one you made, but...
I remembered most of what I did. If you want to take a look at her in the stream real quick, you can.
I'll wait.
I'm sure Kaze probably has the stream open anyway, so
Yep.
he can see.
Looks good.
Ms. Galvin. And I'm gonna be doing milquetoast just because I'm still not entirely certain what all the stats do. It doesn't let me examine them in the character creation screen.
Do you want me to kind of explain them to you if you want to look at them?
Yes, please.
Alright, go ahead and, like, actually open them.
Well, like, what do you mean?
Open the class select. Oh, they're right there on the screen. Never mind. I didn't realize. Let's see. Your vitality is your health. Of course. Endurance is stamina, and I believe your protection against status effects.
Stamina and resistances, yeah.
Yeah. Strength is fairly obvious. Skill is just dexterity. Blood Tinge and Arcane are how you get damage from certain types of spells. Blood Tinge gives you more damage for things that go off of, I believe, things like Beasthood and stuff like that.
Blood Tinge also increases the damage of your Quicksilver bullets.
I thought Arcane did that.
No, I'm reading it right now. I'm reading the actual thing in game.
Oh yeah. Blood Tinge is for the bullets, then Arcane is for the spells and stuff like the old Hunter's Bone, how that lets you what's the word for it? Blank.
Right. Yeah, and also Strength, Skill, Blood Tinge, and Arcane. All of them are requirements for certain types of equipment. So.
Okay, what is the exact difference between strength and skill? Are there just like strength-based weapons and skill-based weapons?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Blades of Mercy are a skill-based weapon.
So they don't just have one weapon stat in the game.
No.
The way it's described in the descriptions, skill is for nuanced physical weapons, and strength is for physical attack weapons.
So the difference between dual daggers and a warhammer.
Or a rapier and a warhammer.
I've never heard it described as a nuanced weapon.
Well, it's a pretty accurate description, because one, you're just literally pulverizing something to bits, and the other one, you're trying to get into their weakness.
Okay. I don't know, their weakness might be giant hammers.
Okay, I'm about to finalize the contract. So I'm using my mic now.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
And the same thing happened before. I tried getting into the game and it immediately kicked me out because of the connection. So
You can't just
gotta load back in.
Alright. At least that you can actually do that.
But I can't skip any of these logos.
I wonder if maybe that's what caused the character thing to get deleted.
I don't know. Probably not, because I didn't... Like I said, I didn't actually make the character after I saved the preset. I just quit the game after I saved it.
I should probably reset the PS4 and see if anything's changed. especially since we still got time before anything interesting happens.
Okay, and now I'm in. I'm also wearing a hood for some reason. Ow. Ow. This camera is painful. Hold on.
What? Ow.
Okay, that's better. What the...
What?
Something's up with my joystick.
What's wrong with it?
I can't move if I hold it in diagonally.
Did your controller get broken?
This is a brand new controller. I just bought it.
Huh.
Yeah, I can only move orthogonally.
That's a Is that a setting available in the game?
Definitely
I don't know,
not.
but let me switch controllers.
Jesus.
And thus we went through a day of Bloodborne. What's that?
I think he's opening something.
It's a plastic bag.
Yep.
Oh.
That is seriously so ridiculous.
There, this one works just fine. I'm gonna have to return this other one.
Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, so you walk up to this door, but it doesn't open from this side. We're not gonna be able to open that door for a very long time. Yeah, so we wake up in a clinic all by ourselves, and with no weapons, just with the ability to flail my flimsy armor things, which looks really awkward.
Karate chop. Yeah.
Okay, that's punching. That looks a bit better, but it still looks like I'm gonna break my arm if I touch anything.
Well, you do karate chops. Then you do heavy punches.
Chop, chop.
And then you can dual hand your fist if you press L1. For some reason.
Yeah, and this game, Bloodborne was the first game, well, it still is the only game in the official Soulsborne series to focus primarily on rolling and dodging and backstepping rather than blocking anything. It kind of became the norm starting in Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne just said, fuck it. Am I good at Bloodborne? I've beaten it before. That is all I can say. Hide the swift elements. Handwritten scroll. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Now, there are a few themes that are going to be coming up a lot. One is the hunt. 2 is blood, of course. And 3 is dreams. Which is the most complicated part of Bloodborne's story.
Yeah.
That depends on what you mean by the first boss.
Yeah, because the first boss, it's like Dark Souls 2. It's very open in the very beginning of the game.
There are 2 possible first bosses.
Yeah, aren't there only like 6 mandatory bosses?
No, there's a lot more than that, I think.
Also, I had no idea full boss options. I thought you had to fight this.
Tyler, you were cutting out so much.
Out like crazy bad.
Tyler?
Yes, what is it?
Okay. Did you even hear
We
us?
heard nothing you said.
I was going to say, I thought the first boss was set, and then after that it opened up.
No.
No.
You can either fight the beast or the father.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
The one on the bridge? Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. Stay behind his legs if you can help it. That helps a lot.
Okay, well, these little white zombie guys that we saw in the intro just now, they're friendly. They show up once in a while through these weird portals in the floor, and give you hints. And later on, there'll be merchants.
Okay,
they have the same purpose as random messages on the floor in the Souls games.
Yep.
Just letting you know, PSN is back up.
Sweet.
Are you sure?
I just logged in. I'm playing online.
I was able to log in a couple times too. It's probably gonna kick you out in just a few minutes.
No. I reset my password and logged in. It's definitely more complicated than just logging in.
Yeah. Okay. So you're back in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what he meant. He got his account back.
Right.
I thought he meant that there were no more problems with PSN.
No, just no problems with mine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Another thing. What's the Swift Elements? Locking onto that boss can be really bad, so it's best to fight it without being locked on because you're more mobile that way.
Oh, also, are you still in the clinic right now, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm moving very slowly so I have the opportunity to talk about each thing.
Okay.
Like this thing that I'm looking at over there. There's this big old beast just hanging out in the clinic, munching on a corpse.
It's a werewolf.
And of course, most people, when they first see it, their first instinct is to just run up and attack it. But you don't have to fight it, especially since you don't have any weapons. Most people just run past it. But the thing about Bloodborne is that, unlike the other games, you're pretty much guaranteed to die at least once if you're going to beat it. I think you have to die in order to beat it at least once. Because otherwise you won't be able to get to this one very important area.
No, you don't have to die. Actually.
Well, then how do you get there?
Do you... the first lantern, maybe?
I don't think those are even... Are those even lit?
Yeah, if you don't... You go there for the first lantern, yes. You don't have to die.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Then you can either die, or you can get to the first lantern, which are the bonfires of this game.
No, they're just small bonfires.
Yeah, and they're very hard to see, very hard to spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this thing has less than half of its health, so I'm gonna try and fight it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you lose, so yeah, go ahead.
And what was your guess on the mandatory bosses?
6?
There's 7.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, there's not a lot. That is a surprisingly few amount.
Okay, you see what just happened? I got hit, and then the part of my health bar that turned orange, the part that I lost, refilled slightly as I was attacking it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mechanic that's only in this game.
Yeah, what's it called?
Rally.
Rally, that's it.
Yeah. Bloodborne rewards aggressive gameplay, because if you get hit, you can heal yourself without having to waste items. And there are different things you can augment about your equipment later that can boost the effect Rally has, and make it so, like, because there's a point where, like, if you take half your health bar at once, you're normally only going to be able to get, like, half of the damage you took back. But with Rally boosted, you can get almost all of it back. So. Welcome to the stream. Watch Dachimatsu karate chop a werewolf to death.
You think you're going to be able to do it?
He's almost got it.
Nice.
Rest. Again, PJ's gameplay style is more based around dodging than it is blocking, so Bloodborne's perfect for him.
Well, it depends on the game. Like, Demon Souls... Alright, I'm dead.
Oh, you were so close.
His health bar was pretty much empty.
He just got a lucky hit on you.
Yeah, but Demon Souls, I prefer going the Tower Shield Spear route. Very tanky. I was so damn close. Oh well.
I'm gonna ask your guys' help to hold me to something. I don't want to use shields at all in Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
So just remind me of that when we're playing it if I ever have one.
I will most likely forget.
Yeah. And I'll remind. I'll probably say it once we start playing again. Because I almost always play the same kind of style. Like, I always have some kind of shield. I've never done a run without shields or, like, never done a dual weapon run. And Dark Souls 3 is probably the best bet of doing that, so...
Okay, so when you die the first time, or when you find the first lantern, you have the option of coming to this place. Well, not if you die, but when you find the lantern. As soon as you die the first time, you're automatically taken here. Unless you've been here before? Is that how it works?
If you die after having found a lantern the first time, you go to the lantern.
Okay then. Well, the first thing most people will probably notice is this thing sitting here. An abandoned doll. Yep, a life-size doll just sitting there. And there's over here, there's the bath messenger. I don't know why it's taking a bath. But this is our first merchant. See, so there are no Estus flasks in this game. There's nothing like an Estus flask. It's like Demon Souls. You just have limited consumables. In this case, it's blood vials. These are your main healing item for pretty much the entire game.
I think you can carry a max of, what, 15?
You can carry 20 on you and store up to 600.
Which it used to be less than that. It used to be store up to 100. They recently upped your storage. Like, basically broke the limit of it.
Well, I was going to say, I thought you could up the number of vials you could carry on you.
Yes. There are certain augments you can do that can let you carry more.
Okay.
I don't know what the exact max is. It might be like 23.
Also, the bath messenger thing, I always thought it was called that because he's in a bird bath, but that might be not what he's in. I don't know.
Well, is it a bird bath?
It looks like something between a bird bath and a lord vessel, to be perfectly honest.
Alright, well, the point is that I still don't know why he's in a bath.
It's same here.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some like Japanese lore about little dudes like that being attracted to water.
I don't understand why in the intro they seem so threatening, but then they're just like, oh, we're friends.
Now they're just little silly dudes.
Yeah, so we have all these gravestones. Most of them say that they require some kind of chalice to open, except for the first one, which says it requires a root of some kind. We're not going to be messing with these for quite a long time.
Yep.
It's basically all just one big optional series of dungeons. But we will be messing with them later, because there are a lot of bosses that only appear in those dungeons.
You would not believe the shit people have found in the chalices pretty recently, by the way. Like, they found stuff that was supposed to be removed from the game in some chalices.
This bath,
wandering bosses.
This bath appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. Is there a lantern on the bridge? I don't believe there is. Not until after you beat the boss, anyway. Every time you want another chance at the boss, we have to run up to it.
Which isn't hard, because you can unlock a shortcut through that one house.
Right. Oh, yeah, another thing. Jumping. Jumping in this game is the old-fashioned way of jumping. It does not have the Dark Souls 2 method of jumping.
So what, you had to tap the run button while running?
Yeah.
Is there an option to change it to the Dark Souls 2 way?
Not as far as I know. But it makes sense why why it wouldn't be that case, because this game was developed side by side, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, about Bloodborne's connection to the rest of the Souls games, it all started with Dark Souls 1's DLC. You remember the character Marvelous Chester? The rumor is that he was made as a foreshadowing to Bloodborne's creation, that they were going to make a more Victorian-era steampunk style-ish Souls game that takes place in roughly the same universe. And the theory is that Marvelous Chester came from this era. But there's no solid evidence.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all kinds of illusions that the universe could be the same, but it's still very, very open. I mean, hell, the dream itself is already kind of like could be, because if you look out in the distance, you can kind of see something that looks very similar to something in Dark Souls.
After taking damage from an enemy, there is a period of time in which attacking the enemy in return will restore a certain amount of your HP. Why does it say that that mechanic is called rallying?
In the equipment that can boost rally.
Okay. Let's see. R1 when next to a staggered enemy, visceral attack. In other words, riposting. So that's another big mechanic that some people just cannot get used to. But I was relatively okay with it last time I played.
It is complicated,
See,
but we'll explain it as it comes up.
shooting your firearm, which is always in your left hand, will interrupt and stagger an enemy when properly timed to their attack. Hitting an enemy from behind with a charge attack causes them to stagger. And that's another way to get them to stagger. So you don't even really have to use guns. Ever. R2 is strong attack, and you hold R2 to do a charge attack. So there's this, and then that. But it has a long startup time. L1, transform weapon, or perform a transforming attack. And so most of the melee weapons in this game have the ability to transform. Like they switch between two different forms, kind of like what Lightning's weapon does from FF13. Very similar to that. How do you get the shortcut? Well, I don't remember the map very well, Swift Elements. You're probably gonna have to wait until I get there so I can show it.
There's on the bridge where that boss is. There's a house. You can unlock the door in that house, I think, by going into it.
Let's see. Left of the... what is this thing on the PS4 controller called?
The
Touchpad?
touchpad?
This is a touchpad?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a touchpad. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you left click on the touchpad to do gestures, and right click to open the personal effects menu, which Dark Souls 3 has this as well. It's basically a hotbar for items that you use a lot. Like, in Dark Souls 3, people would use this for, like, their summoning soapstone. Stuff like that, or the black separation crystal.
It's a really great addition.
Point forward.
Oh, did they remove the gesture emotes?
What?
What? You don't remember that?
Gestures and emotes are the same thing, and which ones did they remove? What are you talking about?
No. Because you used to be able to like hold a button down and move the controller because it has a gyroscope in it.
Oh, yeah, you can still do that. There's instructions.
Oh, okay. All
Although
right.
I don't really know how to do it. Do I just hold in the gesture button and rotate the controller?
In a certain direction, yeah, usually.
No,
I just can't
that
seem
doesn't
to
work.
I just can't seem to do it anymore.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Also, you can finally just sit at will. And it's not a temporary sitting either. You stay sitting until you decide to get up. This is the first game that lets you do that. Hunter's Rally. Come on. And it's basically the same as the joy gesture. Only now there's also another gesture called joy, which does that. I think that one makes a return on Dark Souls 3 as well. Conviction. Which you can walk around while you do that one. People do that all the time. And wave. You can spin around while you wave. That's a very common mannerism among Souls players. And I'm sure we'll be unlocking other gestures as the game goes on.
Yeah, but again, this is still before a time when you still can't cancel gestures.
Really?
Yeah, you can't cancel gestures.
You
can move you can move while doing them, but you can't cancel them.
Let me try that. Oh my god, you can't.
Nope, you can't cancel gestures.
Really?
Yep.
But you could cancel gestures in Dark Souls 2. That makes no sense.
Well, it doesn't make sense, you know, different team.
I suppose.
Yeah.
The notes held by the messengers contain the written wit and wisdom of hunters from other worlds. Entrusting your notes to the messengers will allow hunters from other worlds to read your words. Let's see. See, up. Emergency Quicksilver Bullet Replenishment. Use with caution, performing this action drains HP. So you can sacrifice HP to get bullets. Don't ask me how that works.
One thing to keep in mind, though. When you use the emergency quick bullets, your health does still gain the rally state afterwards. So if you use that and then attack immediately after, you can get your health right back.
Well, there's nothing around to attack. It doesn't do you any good, but yeah. And it only gives you a temporary +5 bullets. It doesn't actually give you physical bullet items, it seems.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See. Left and right to switch weapons. I don't have any weapons. Square to use items, down to toggle items, just like before. Circle to run. Yeah, we already figured that out. Now, these gravestones here. See, awaken at a selected location in Yharnam. First floor sick room. Yep, so these are how you teleport around. Unlike the bonfires in Souls games, you can't just access a teleportation menu from any lantern. You have to come here, and then teleport to somewhere else. And there's four different tombstones to teleport to locations from, instead of it just being one big huge list. I'm guessing there's a reason there's 4 different ones. Like, are they all like a different region?
Sort of.
Like, Yharnam's all like interconnected. It's just it groups areas together based on some criteria.
Yeah. Okay, and these messengers here are carrying some weapons. Although I don't think they'll give you all of them. The messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. Yep, so your options are the saw cleaver, which is the, I guess you can call it the cannon weapon of the game. It's the one that the nameless mascot uses. And that's the one that I used the first time I played. I used only that and nothing else because I just wanted to beat the game and wasn't interested in experimenting.
And the saw cleaver is just a good weapon. Like, that's the thing. There are very, very few bad weapons in this game.
Let's see.
And even then, most of the bad weapons are just bad because they're not as good as the good weapons.
Yeah.
They're still completely viable.
Saw cleaver, one of the trick weapons of the workshop commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. That's another mechanic that I don't remember much about. This beast mode.
It's not exactly explained super well.
I don't even remember how the mechanic works.
Well, there's items called beast pellets that increased your beast hood. And that combined with certain other equipment can actually have side effects that increase your damage and stuff like that.
It's mostly just, it's a long-winded way to just increase your damage by like exponentially high amounts. It's always a temporary effect, and it's not nearly as cool as it sounds, because even though you're like attaining beasthood, you don't actually change appearance, which sucks.
I think you get a bit of an aura while it's happening.
Yeah, that's about it.
You'd think your eyes would at least glow or something. Let's see. Hunter X retains the qualities of an axe but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy blunt attack leading to high rally potential. No matter their pasts, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play the part of executioner. Threaded Cane. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. Yeah, so it seems that none of them have any stat prerequisites, so you can choose any of them at the start of the game. But scaling is still a thing, it seems. Yes,
and they do have stat requirements.
Oh, there they are. Then... Wait, what is this business then? What am I looking at? What's that star?
That's arcane.
So, Oh, blood attack, arcane attack, fire, and bolt. Okay, so elements are still a thing?
Yeah, they're just not the traditional ones.
Yeah, because you still got physical, blunt, and thrust, and then your elements are blood, arcane, fire, and bolt. I don't believe any physical weapons use blood, though. That's like a gun-only thing, I believe.
Are you sure?
No,
that...
I think the Chikage is a blood weapon.
Okay.
Oh, it looks
Maybe
like...
also the Rakuyo.
It looks like the only damage types in this game are actually just physical attack, blunt, and thrust.
Yeah, those are the physical attack types, yes.
Okay, so Star Cleaver is just physical attack, which I'm guessing is slashing. Hunter Axe has slashing and blunt, and Threaded Cane has slashing and thrust. So, I'm guessing everything in this game has slashing in some sense. Like, even the Warhammer has a sword that you can pull out of its hilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to take the Threaded Cane.
What are you going to focus on, skill or strength?
Probably skill to start out with.
Yeah, that's a good choice then, because the cane is a skill weapon.
Let's see, Hunter's Mark. Yeah, this is probably the same exact thing as the Dark Sign. Sacrifice all blood echoes and awaken anew.
Mm-hmm.
A dangling upside down root etched in one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. Wait, that's in my head?
And knowing this game, like, it's probably literally in your head. Like, it's in your brain.
By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes but awakens afresh as if it were all just a bad dream.
Kaze. 1 second. When we choose our weapons, do you want the Saw Cleaver or the Hunter Axe? I'll take whatever you don't.
I'm already past all this.
Well, what do you want? What did you take?
I think I took the cane.
You took the cane. Oh, so it doesn't matter, I guess? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's not like we can't see these things. You can get all the weapons later.
Okay. Continue then.
Black Hood. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Memory? When did we lose our memory?
When we went through with the
Covenant that you did. Your memory is slightly erased by that.
the whatever it's called, the blood transfusion or whatever.
Yeah, that's why that note was there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's reminding you of what you gotta do.
Foreign garb. Not typical clothing for Yharnam, perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said after all the traveler came to Yarman from afar. A sullied bandage. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood. Not long after the nightmare began. So, is this whole game basically just one big dream realm that you can only access if you have the right blood?
Not quite.
I'm still not 100% in the story of this game.
Yeah, everything that happens actually is happening. It's not a dream realm. But hunters have the ability to enter the dream, which allows them to recuperate and then come back. But they're trapped in that kind of existence until they leave the dream.
Okay, so the threaded cane has a sharp tip. So you basically swing it like you would a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wonder, are backstep attacks still a thing? Kind of. How about rolling attacks? Sort of. It's all still just swings though. Okay. R2 is a stab. And the charged R2, the longer stab, okay? And then when you hit L1, it transforms into this weird segmented whip thing, like what Ivy from Soul Calibur uses. Now, I think if this is anything like the Saw Cleaver, the point of transforming it in this method is to get longer range, but I think it does decrease the damage. Is that right?
I think so, because it has a wider attack radius. So yeah.
Oh, that's a weird move. The backstep attack is kind of strange.
And don't forget the transformation attack.
How do I do that?
Just like attack once or
You hit
twice with your
L1 while you're attacking.
Yeah, L1 while attacking.
Oh, I don't think I ever utilized that with the Saw Cleaver. I don't think I ever understood how it worked.
It just it's a combo prolonger basically.
It can be useful with certain weapons though.
Yeah.
The Swift Elements, I cannot help you. I don't remember the layout of Yharnam. I don't know how to tell you where to go. Okay, accept gift from messengers. The messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded in the left hand and employed in beast hunting.
Yeah, and that's not the shortcut, Swift. There is a house you go into. The ledge just takes you to a different part of the level.
Okay, so...
The house itself is the shortcut.
Okay, so left-hand weapons. There's the Hunter Pistol and the Hunter Blunderbuss. I'm pretty sure last time I just picked the pistol since it's the default option. But I don't really know what the difference between the two is.
I don't understand why the blunderbuss is weaker. It's weird. It's weaker, but it has higher
durability.
Durability, yeah.
Is that the only difference?
It's weaker because it hits in a wider area and gives you a greater chance of actually triggering a visceral.
Okay.
Oh,
all
so
right.
It's kind of like the burying dagger.
Yeah, things like it are better. It's better for parrying than the pistol.
Okay, so if I have no interest in actually harming things from a distance, I can just use this to parry things.
Well, it's not really that's not really what you use firearms for anyway. There's like one firearm in the game that's like meant for damaging things.
Yeah, I suppose it is a waste of bullets to actually shoot things without trying to stagger them.
Right, yeah.
Alright, I'll take the blunderbuss.
That's one thing I kind of like about Bloodborne versus like other games, you know, like in the genre, is it does kind of subvert a lot of what ideas like, oh, I have a gun, you know, it's a gun, gotta shoot stuff, right? You know, but its use is actually different than that. It's more, you know, economical in its usage, which I kind of like. You know?
Okay, so how do I use the gun without... The L1 still transforms my weapon, right?
R2 shoots it.
Yes, it's your parry.
Okay,
So.
that's very confusing. Because it used to be that L1 would attack with whatever was in your left hand.
Right.
Don't think of it as an attack.
Yeah, it really is just a parry.
Like, literally just think of it as a parry, and it'll, like...
Oh, in that case, I wish it could be L2.
It is L2.
You said it was R2.
No, it's L2. It's L2. R2 is your heavy attack.
Well, yeah, it's... Ghost 1 you said R2, but...
No.
Yeah, never mind. It makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
Okay. A notebook received from the messengers. Leave messages with these loyal servants and share them with hunters in other worlds. And you get the notebook, which lets you leave messages. Okay, that door is closed. Do I have to enter from the other side? Or is there something else I need? Closed.
If you got the notebook, the physical weapon, and the gun, that's it. That's all you have to get.
Oh, I can't get in the house yet?
Well, the house is closed?
Yeah.
Why is it closed?
It's closed.
Should
I
be
don't
open.
think you can get in until you get to a lantern.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright. I didn't know that's how it worked.
So, Kaze, have you, listened to the stream at all? Do you hear how it sounds?
Were you worried about the volume?
Kaze, you're muted.
No, I hadn't listened to it.
Okay, well, you guys in the chat would let me know if you couldn't hear anything in the game, right?
I did just listen to it, though, and it sounds fine.
Okay.
Oh, another thing. We didn't mention this, but I thought I would make it clear. The thing about visceral attacks in this game that is hugely beneficial is that they can be done on anyone. It's not limited to just humanoid enemies like it was in Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Yeah, bosses... I mean, it's actually a huge mechanic to parry bosses.
Right.
Super important, and you get used to it.
So I just thought that'd be a good thing to say, because like it definitely is pretty cool that you can do that now.
Okay, so we come back up here to these doors. This is the room where we started the game, but now the doors are closed and we can't get in. But we can talk to somebody who's on the other side. I think if you even angle the camera right, you can see them through the holes in the window.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, that was always closed.
Isn't this the room that I started in?
No,
that leads into the room with the gurneys.
Aren't you standing in that now?
No, I'm standing at the top of the stairs.
Go down.
This is the room where I fought the wolf. And there's my bloodstain.
No, where the lantern is, isn't that the room that you started in?
There's no gurneys. Or...
I think they removed
that. Really, Kaze? This is not the room. This is the room that teaches you what the controls are. Not the messengers.
Yeah. I'll have to make a new character and take a look at it real quick.
Okay, well anyway, we can talk to the person behind these doors.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Yosefka's blood vial.
Now, go. And good hunting.
Okay, so basically there are two kinds of people in this game. People that respect you, yet fear you, and people who hate you. Because, as a hunter, you needed to get that blood infusion in order to wander around with relative safety. But that also means that you're a carrier of some kind of disease, so people don't want anything to do with you. They'll hide from you, and you'll typically never even see them. They'll hide behind windows and doors and just talk to you through them.
The one thing they never talk about is like why you're even here. I think there's some theories about that. Like, isn't one of them that like you came to like cure a disease that you had or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's normally why people come to Yharnam, is they're there for blood administration because it's said to.
I just wonder like if it actually cured you or not. You know?
I imagine it did, but now you're a carrier of the beast plague event, like potentially.
Okay, well anyway. So now that I finally have a weapon, the next thing I'm gonna do is fuck up this doggy. I mean, I could unequip this weapon and try killing him normally again. But now you get to see the difference between fighting with your bare hands and fighting with an actual weapon.
I believe there is a weaponless run of this game that you can find out there. I don't know like how. I think it mostly utilizes beast pills to like up your damage. But yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Dead in 7 hits. 3 blood vials. Yeah, so just like moon herbs and demon souls, you're just gonna be picking those up all the time from enemies. Only you only have to worry about collecting one kind.
Right. Yeah, there isn't like blood vials plus 1. You know, high blood vials. Blood vials X.
Yeah. And that message that I just read, super important. It says that when you're locked onto an enemy, you'll just do side steps and back steps and front steps and all that. You'll just do a bunch of stepping instead of actually rolling. It's much faster than rolling. It gives you more control over where you go. See, triangle to use a blood vial and restore HP. Well, I'm not missing that much HP. 2 more blood vials. Yeah, so since blood vials are limited, the objective is to use as few as possible. Swept elements, the name of the boss is probably a spoiler, and you can probably see right in the chat that it says don't post spoilers.
But the
to be honest, that it's the first boss. It's like spoiling the name of the asylum, David.
I know, but still.
But I was gonna say, while it's true that like blood vials are technically limited, they can be farmed. So
yeah,
you know,
they can be farmed. You can get as many of them as you want.
Right.
I seem to recall there being something around here. Like a ladder that leads down to a cave of some kind. Or is it behind this gate? I think it's behind this gate.
That's behind the gate.
Yeah, so we won't be opening that for a while.
Oh, and just because I ran into it while playing, it might be beneficial to explain how recovering your blood echoes works in this game versus Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. There's a thing that happens in Bloodborne only, where if you happen to die in the vicinity of an enemy, then that enemy will pick up your bloodstain, and you'll have to kill it to get it back. And you'll know which one it is because they have glowing eyes.
It doesn't always happen, but it does sometimes.
Well, yeah, if they're in the vicinity.
And it also doesn't even have to be the enemy that killed you.
The one thing I don't know is that does the enemy that gets your echoes, does it get stronger?
I think.
Don't know. It might.
Well, this game was quite, like back in the day at least, when I first started playing it, it was quite a leap from Dark Souls 1 and 2 in terms of difficulty, just because of the fact that like its mechanics were so different. I remember spending a long time just in the very start of the game trying my best to survive, and it was quite hard.
Yeah, the beginning of Bloodborne is pretty brutal, as the Swift Elements is learning.
Well, comparative to Dark Souls 1 and 2 at least.
Okay, and now we meet our first enemy. A regular human. I don't know if he's insane or what, but he's perfectly capable of speech. Unlike Hollows, he can actually talk. Like he just said, die! So I don't know if he thinks that I'm a monster.
That's kind of how it goes. You can actually, if you look at them, you can see some of them are actually not 100% human. For example, the ones carrying the axes have incredibly long arms for some reason. I think
one
that's
of the first signs of the Beast Plague.
Right. Yeah.
Your
So these
limbs
guys
start to get longer.
Yes. So they are under the Beast Plague. So most likely they do see you as a threat. Not. That's why they're attacking you. Like they think you're a monster. But my question is why they don't attack each other. You
Okay,
know?
Tyler.
What?
You had the most hilarious cutout just now.
Well, what's that?
I know you were going to say threat, but
Yeah.
you cut out right before a word that ended in "ot."
Yeah.
So it sounded like that you said that they see you as a thought.
They see you as a thought. Well, that also affected them.
Be gone, thought.
Also, in order for us to actually start playing together, we only need to get. I think I can mention this without 1 point of insight, right?
Insight, yes. You see that
Yes.
eyeball icon in the top right corner? Insight is kind of like this game's version of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And having different amounts of insight will do different things for you, but you need at least 1 insight in order to level up.
Right.
Having too much insight can be a bad thing. Having no insight is also a bad thing. But different amounts of insight will let you see and do different things throughout the course of the game. And you can even spend insight to buy certain items.
What's bad, though, is that insight is much more uncommon than what you might get with humanity. And and we do need to spend 1 insight each time you want to summon, which sucks.
Well, here's the nice thing. I think I'm right in this. I don't think you lose insight when you die.
Okay, and here's the first lantern. Okay, so the lanterns on the ground are what allow you to transport back to the hunter's dream, and the way you go when you die. But there's also these other lit lanterns, which indicate windows and doors with people inside that you can talk to. Like this one here.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help. if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnham lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of Yarnham, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
Okay, so this first NPC that we've met, his name is Gilbert, and he tells us that if we're looking for some kind of special blood, the best place to go is the Healing Church, because they apparently control all of the blood administration. Yeah, the beckoning bell, yeah, as long as you've used it, you can wait as long as you want. I've waited up to half an hour before in this game, but it will work eventually.
Yeah.
How does summoning range work in this game? I know you can set passwords, but if it's for strangers, how does it work?
I'm not actually sure. Let me check. But yeah, the way summoning works mechanically is you're summoning the player literally in the point they're standing on, and there's an actual range of the bell, so you can't pick someone up literally across the entire level. So you actually do need to be within physical range of a person, so it's better to clear out an area you can stand around in to try to find players.
Yeah, when I tried to play this game, I could never get summoning to work once. So hopefully this time we can actually get it to work. I could never get it to work.
Switch Elements, I don't know if I can join you yet. I don't think I have any of the online play items other than the notebook.
Yeah,
you need the small resonant bell, which
said you buy it from one insight from the Bath Messenger.
Yeah, so you have to have at least found an insight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need a couple insight before I can do any of that.
Right.
So
and I don't know where you can get your first insight from either.
The bosses.
No, there's other ways to get insight besides bosses, isn't there?
There is, but I don't think there's a way to get one before those bosses.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure I was able to summon other people to help me with the first boss.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'll let you know if I can come across an insight boss.
Okay, so item I just picked up is a pebble. And I don't remember using pebbles often, but let me see if I can...
They are useful, though.
Let's see, round pebbles that can be thrown at targets. Quite thrilling.
I actually, there's one madman's knowledge.
Okay.
In the sewers.
All right.
Okay, so I'm assuming it wants me to use this here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's just throw a pebble at this guy. See what happens. 2 damage, but the point is to get his attention.
Right.
So it's more of an espionage item than a weapon. Nothing like the throwing knife. Okay. I'm probably gonna go down these stairs first rather than drop off ledges all willy-nilly. This guy has a shield. That means he's a nub.
Yeah, the plank shield. I don't think anyone's ever been able to make the plank shield work ever. I don't think it's possible to make it work.
Yeah.
It has its uses. It's just, why would you?
Yeah.
We've talked about this in previous Let's Plays, but the plank shield was the only shield in base Bloodborne, and it's there specifically to make fun of shield users.
Right.
It's kind of sick.
It's a pretty shit weapon.
The bad kind of sick, by the way.
But it's still useful, though, in the sense that it does teach. It does do a good job of teaching, you know? Its description words it in such a way that, like, you know, it makes it clear that, like, it's not useful. So it kind of works. But you're right, they could have been less satirical about it. I think it's the best way of putting it.
I think the word you're looking for is condescending.
Condescending, that's what I'm probably looking for, too.
Okay, then we can open this gate that we passed earlier at the beginning. So now if we want to come back down here, we can just start at the lantern, climb down the ladder, and get another chance at fighting that ridiculously powerful enemy over there. So let's see how I do. Let's see how quickly I die. Up. Am I not dead? Jeez. Oh, I'm dead now. Okay. It's gonna be way too difficult for me to kill this thing at this point in the game.
You can, if you can get visceral attacks off, he's pretty squishy. I think you need 2 or 3 at your level to kill him.
Oh, also, I don't know if this was mentioned. Probably was. I know I had trouble when I first played the game trying to find NPCs to talk to, since it wasn't clear what windows or doors could actually be interacted with.
It's the lit lanterns.
It's the lit lanterns, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I didn't mention that.
Not every lit lantern has an NPC. It's just that all of the NPCs are at lantern.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and specifically what those lanterns are is them burning a type of incense that repels the beasts.
Oh, by the way, if you take a good look at this enemy's eyes, you can see that they're leaving like a glowing trail. That means he has my blood echoes. If I want them back, I have to kill him. And if I fail to kill him, then they're lost forever. Just like regular bloodstains. God damn it. Okay, there's no way that hit me.
He got you on the backswing.
Okay. I did the charge attack and he didn't stagger.
You have to do it from the behind.
You have to do a charge attack from behind or hit him with a bullet when he's in mid attack.
Yeah. You know, it has to be when behind when they're unaware. They can't know that you're there.
They can't know you're there?
Well, no, I think you can, like, if they know you're there and you still get behind them and do it, it works. It's almost impossible to do that solo.
I'm pretty sure they have to be unaware, but might be wrong about it.
If that were true, then you couldn't do it on bosses.
No, you do it on bosses by doing the...
Bosses, you either parry them with your gun or stagger them with enough damage.
Right. You remember how to do the gun stagger, right? Where you just shoot while the enemy's mid-attack and they become vulnerable?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you just manage to combo enough damage and essentially break their poise, that can also open up a visceral on bosses.
I'll do some tests and see if viscerals can be done on enemies.
I did it.
Okay.
Whoa, that did like half his health and damage.
Yeah.
What's good about visceral attacks is the damage of visceral attacks is completely unrelated to your weapon. It's actually relative to like your base stats. So even if you're barehanded, you can still do massive damage by doing visceral attacks. Yeah.
Okay, so when do I have to shoot them? Because just shooting them mid-attack doesn't seem to work.
Right before the attack makes contact to you. Yeah.
Well, it seems like I'm guaranteed to get hit if I do that.
Well, no, it cancels their attack.
Yeah. It literally is just like a parry. You just gotta get the timing right. And it's gonna take some experimentation to get it right.
I suppose, yeah, it is just a parry, yeah. It's exactly the same kind of thing, yeah. Right. It's difficult. Again, there is an easy enemy to... The big guys with the bricks are really easy to practice on.
Yeah, they are dead simple.
Yeah, because they have a giant wind-up.
Well, as long as I actually succeed, it doesn't matter if I get hit, because I can just do the visceral attack and get my health back.
Right, exactly. Right. I think
Okay.
that was designed on purpose.
Okay, that attack doesn't seem to work on.
What are you talking about?
The one where he swings upward and knocks you into the air.
Oh.
As far as I know, you can parry basically every attack. It's just every attack has different timing.
Yeah, because I can parry the axe guys, like when they're doing the downward swing. I think you can even parry the gun guys too, like when they shoot.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about Bloodborne is that the bullets are limited. So your ability to parry is literally a limited resource.
Well, I mean, you have your blood bullets.
Yeah, it's just they did that for PvP. I guarantee that was just done for PvP, so that every fight isn't just a parry fest. And look, and I hate when they change how the PvE works to suit the needs of PvP. It's annoying.
Well, I mean, shouldn't the game like train you somewhat for how PvP is supposed to work? Or do you think that's not the responsibility of the game?
No, I don't, because PvP, like even in Souls, it's not mandatory. It's something you have to actually seek out. So, in turn, it's that person's responsibility to seek out the information on how it should work. I don't like Destiny does stuff like that too, where there's a tier of equipment called exotic, and you can only equip one exotic item, like one exotic weapon of any kind and one exotic piece of armor of any kind at once. And there's no reason of that in PvE. Having a bunch of exotics wouldn't overpower you in PvE at all, but in PvP it could. So that's there just to suit the PvP.
I managed to beat him finally.
Good job.
Although it's not really all that worth it, because it doesn't give many souls. He's not guarding anything, he doesn't drop anything special. That's a shame.
So, okay, alright. I just find it kind of funny that, because I remember in Dark Souls 2, you made fun of me for, like, ever, because I still called the human effigies, humanities.
Did I call it humanities?
You called it Souls.
You called it Souls. Because it's not Souls.
That's something that I was going to, make a disclaimer about at the start of this series, and I totally forgot to. Since Blood Echoes are effectively just the same thing as Souls, and this is the only game in which they're not referred to as Souls, you'll forgive us if we occasionally refer to them as such.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird, because this game's version of Humanities is so different from Humanity. Like, I would never make that connotation. I would never call Insight Humanities. Ever.
Even though you couldn't stack human effigies or anything like that in Dark Souls 2. You had no human effigy counter.
But you could stack them effectively by having human effigy items. And that's kind of the same kind of use to it. But, like, the thing about Insight, though, is Insight has so many secondary effects that, like, separate it from, like, what human effigy is, or a humanity, And I guess
will say one other thing.
Yeah.
You had mentioned earlier, PJ, that having no insight was a bad thing, which is not always true. There's at least one boss that is like tenfold easier if you have no insight when you fight it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There is another. I know there's a normal enemy as well that's also easy no insight. Continue.
Yeah, well, like some of the normal enemies, the more insight you get, the enemies can get stronger.
Right.
Like some of the church members their weapons will catch fire. Or they'll gain a projectile attack from their lantern.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Ooh.
Pretty fucking.
Oh yeah, isn't that a mechanic? God, it seems to parallel something else. Oh yeah, you know how in Dark Souls 1, if a Four King starts its death animation, you can keep attacking it and still do damage to the overall bar? Well,
yeah.
In Bloodborne, if you keep hitting an enemy before it completes its death animation, you can still get rally health back.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Again, no idea if that's intentional, but it works.
Yeah. Well, I found another door with a lit lantern, so I'm gonna knock on it.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open a door on a night of a hunt. Away with you. Now. Lads, you've come on.
Okay, they just do the same thing over and over again. They tell you to get lost. Okay, so this first area has a shit ton of enemies. But after you've collected everything in the area, you don't really have to kill them all. You can run past them later. Assuming you're good enough to get past the guys with the rifles.
It's such a pain to get through this area without killing everybody. Again, I would argue that like the starting area is like one of the game, which is just it is. It really is.
Oh no, you cut out.
I'm saying this beginning area is definitely one of the hardest areas in the game. Because there's so much you have to go through to reach your first checkpoint. Well, second checkpoint.
Increase what stat first? Swift elements, it completely depends on what kind of build you're going for.
Right. Depends on what kind of weapon you want to use, what your future plan. If you don't have any future plans, you're better off just going for whatever stat like kind of feels best to you. But you have to decide whether you're going to do strength or skill. Choose between one of those two and go with it.
I'll be right back.
Excuse me. That made no sense.
What happened?
I staggered one of the guys with the shields. But then I wasn't able to, you know, what's it called, visceral them.
Well, you mean his like shield got like knocked back or whatever?
Yeah.
That's not stagger for them. If you hit them enough with any weapon, their shield will go back like that, but that's not them being staggered. That's just them reacting to a certain number of hits. I know, it looks like they're staggered, but they're not. You'll know if an enemy is staggered when they make that when it makes that sound effect. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Like
yeah,
sound.
that means they're staggered. Yes. So just pay attention to the noise.
I'm glad that bullets fly through the air slowly enough for you to dodge them.
Well, except for the ones you shoot, which go out immediately. But again, it makes sense, though, that it's designed that way. Still, they at least did not fly as slowly as arrows did in Demon Souls.
Oh, god damn it.
Could you just farm the first area for levels? You could, for a little bit. But after a while, the amount of blood echoes that you get from the enemies aren't going to be enough. It would take hours for one level.
Levels are less impactful in Bloodborne than in the other Souls games. You'd probably be able to make, like, I don't know, the first 20 or so levels, probably.
In Bloodborne, equipment is basically everything.
Right, it is. It really is everything. And honestly, armor is vastly more important in Bloodborne than it is in any Souls game.
Is it?
Well, it's more impactful than any sort of Souls game.
You basically said the same thing again without explaining why.
Sorry. I'm saying that it feels like it makes more of a difference because the actual damage reduction you get from them feels again, I'm not speaking of any statistical numbers here, but in my experience, I feel as though they offer more protection than armors would in the Souls games.
Well, they actually offer, like, against actual damage, no. It's just about the same. The elemental system is more important, though. But if you're not fighting something that requires an element, then it's, you know, fashion Souls all day.
Okay, found another knockable door.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing. I don't reckon you're from where.
Okay, it's just the same thing again. So it sounds like this building is filled with laughing people.
Oh. Yeah, I know which building you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. A lot of people think that the laughing is actually coming from these enemies down here.
That's what I always thought.
These weird earthbound crows.
Another thing I wanted to mention, this is something just that I learned recently. I learned about a mental disorder that I didn't even know was a thing. It's called aphasia. You guys ever heard of it?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, aphasia. It's fascinating. It means that you are unable to construct images in your mind.
Yeah, that.
So, like, you know how you, like, picture something? Like, if I take you a picture of an apple in your head.
Yep.
I can't do that.
You cut out after apple in your head.
What?
You cut out after you said, if I tell you to picture an apple in your head, and then you went silent. Tyler?
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 Out?
Did it? Okay, he's still there, but now it's cutting out. It's getting even worse.
Can you hear me now?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so how much of what I said did you hear?
Apple in your head, and then you cut out.
So you heard nothing before that?
I heard the stuff before, but that's when you cut out.
Okay. Well, you know how if I tell you to, like, picture an apple in your head, you can picture that, and you can concentrate, right, and, like, make it more detailed?
Yeah.
Yeah. People with aphasia can't do that. They see nothing in their head but darkness. They are unable to construct images. So their memory works entirely with, like, words and, like, phrases and stuff. Like, They can remember people's faces, but it's about constructing like a series of like features that they memorize, not a picture of them in their head. You know? I thought that was very fascinating. And there's also the extreme version of that, the opposite of that, which is called hyperplasia. Hyperplasia, yeah. Which means that you can construct incredibly vivid images, like to like an immense degree. Yeah.
So you have a very high resolution mind.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm. I just can't see what's interesting about aphasia to me. I cannot fathom thinking like that, because my mind works on that so much that like, how could I remember how could I remember what my parents looked like if I couldn't construct a mental image of them? I couldn't even begin to fathom that. You know? I don't know how you guys feel about it though. I don't know if it's as amazing to you as it is to me.
Oh, it is. It's like an absurd concept. It's just, at the same time, of course you can't.
Yeah, right. Right.
Of course you can't fathom that. You've known nothing else. It's the same thing that happens when your brain tries to comprehend the concept of a color it's never seen.
Right.
You can't do that. There's colors you can't see, because our eyes just miss. Like, I think the visible color spectrum for humans is less than 1% of the actual color spectrum.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The only last thing I want to say about it is the actual video that was actually by this girl who was explaining about how she had it, but she's also an artist. Like she's an accomplished artist who makes money off of pictures. And like, you can be an artist and do that? Like, what the hell? So like, if you can't construct images in your head to draw with, that means what? You'd have to like have a lot of references, right? You'd have to like, shit. Like, how would you even do that?
Yeah, like you literally, I don't know. Like, can she literally sit there with nothing else around and draw? Because if that's the case, then she might have aphasia.
No, she can't, because she has an incredibly hard time visualizing depth and trying to like, she says like before, like she would take hours and hours and hours to do anything because she would have to look and she did what PJ used to do. You know, she construct 3D models in programs and draw off of that.
Used to do?
Yeah, because you used to do that with Minecraft, remember?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well, I still make 3D models for characters.
She has an easier time doing characters because she has a grasp of how emotions work. Like she knows what sadness is and like how she interprets sadness, like with her face or whatever. So she can like do characters very, very well, but it's doing any sort of environment work that she completely struggles with and can't figure out how to do it without photo reference. You know?
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second.
Go ahead.
I just picked up 6 blood vials, but since I only had enough room on me for 4 more, the other 2, you see that little green strip of tape or whatever that is, gauze maybe, next to the other 2? Yeah, that means they were sent to storage automatically. So you don't have to worry about coming back to areas with less blood vials in order to pick up more, or storing the ones you have so that you can pick up more later. Now, it's all very automatic. But you do need to go to storage to get the ones that are there, if you want them. Also, the results of my blood test came back.
How'd that go?
Yeah, didn't I mention that? I told you.
You said you went to the doctors.
Yeah, I thought. I explained the reasons for those doctor's appointments to so many people. I guess I thought you were one of them.
Nope.
Okay, well, the results are my triglycerides are normal, sugar level is normal, despite the amount of iced tea I drink.
Good.
Carbs are normal. And basically everything is good except for a slight potassium shortage. Which, they told me that I had a severe potassium shortage last time, but I've been eating a lot more broccoli, salmon, and asparagus. Not asparagus, avocados. So my potassium has gotten better, but it's still not good enough. So I need to figure out a solution to my potassium problem without having to eat bananas.
Okay.
What's wrong with bananas?
I don't like bananas.
No. I mean, you could just get probably like a potassium supplement pill.
Probably. Well, anyway, I'm finally at the bridge that the Swift Elements has been talking about this whole time.
Yay.
The first boss is that end of the bridge over there. But before I go there, I need to open the shortcut. Otherwise, I'll have to fight all of those enemies again every time I want another attempt.
Yeah, at least this will give Swift Elements a chance to see what the shortcut is.
Which, the two enemies you're about to run into, you can run past them and lure them. If you want to do it the safe way.
Yeah, I'm trying to lure them over here. Ooh, hello item. Bloodstone shard.
Well, they give you like the item needed to like kill both of them in like one hit, so yeah.
You mean the oil urns?
Yeah, because you throw the oil urn at a flame, the cocktail on it afterwards, and it'll kill them.
Well, I already used one oil urn on the big guy that was banging on the door. So I only have one oil urn left.
Okay.
Yeah, the beasts are brutally weak to serrated weapons and fire.
Right.
Okay, I got that one's attention with a pebble. So now the other one has no idea I'm here. Now these guys are just like the ones that were in Yosefka's clinic, just they're actually at full health. So it's going to take a little bit more time to kill them. Ah shit, the other one noticed me.
Yeah, I would just ditch them and get to the shortcut.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, you can always, like, unlock the shortcut and then just come back and fuck them out.
Nah, I killed one already.
Okay.
I just used a Molotov cocktail to finish it off. And they're both dead. And can I buy those? Those are really good.
Buy what?
Molotov cocktails.
I think you need the powder keg badge in order to do so.
Okay, yeah, badges is something we never explained. Yeah, since there are only a couple of merchants in the game and they're all, like, in the hunter's dream, the way the game handles expanded shop inventories is through badges. The more badges you have, the more stuff they sell.
Yep. And the badges represent different sects of the hunting, of the hunters of the church.
There's also this area back here, and you can drop down to, leads down to the sewers, I think, or some kind of waterway. Not gonna go down there yet. Let's see, 10 pebbles. Bloodstone shard.
What's up?
No, nothing. I'm just trying to figure out for myself now where the shortcut is.
It's back on the bridge.
Oh, further down the bridge?
Yes.
Okay. Ah, here we go. Okay, Tyler, your microphone's doing that thing again. Okay, so now we're in this dark and spoopy building.
Spooky, scary, scary.
Okay, that guy actually almost got me. That was a really good hiding spot.
Yeah, and unlike Dark Souls 2, torches actually really help with the lighting in this game. So it's pretty much good to always have one on your hotbar.
Yeah.
You could just swap to it when it gets really dark.
Okay, now over there in the corner of the room is an old man in a wheelchair. Most people would probably think, oh, he's in a wheelchair. He can't hurt me. He's probably a friendly NPC.
I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right.
About what?
What Eileen's mask is made out of. It's made out of leather.
Oh, how do you know?
Because I just zoomed in on myself really close and I can see each stitch together with thread.
Are you sure those are stitches?
Yeah.
What does the description say?
Oh no, it's wood.
It's wood? Oh, so we're both wrong.
Yeah, it's not bone, it's wood. The wood carved mask of Eileen the Crow. Then why does that look like it's stitched together? Unless that's just where it was.
Well, anyway, like I was trying to point out, this old man in the wheelchair, he's got some kind of big old blunderbuss in his hand. And if you step in front of him, he will use it.
Some of those guys get an upgrade later.
Yeah. Quicksilver bullets. Punch and blood cocktail. And what's this? When the hunt began, the healing church abandoned us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral wood, as they burned old Yharnam to the ground on that moonlit night. So, actual notes. I think this is the only game in the entire series that has notes for you to read, that aren't just like developer messages.
It's pretty cool.
And they do that just so they don't have to do the same stuff over and over again with the, NPCs hiding in the buildings.
Right.
Because they need to try and make the NPCs as, what's the word I'm looking for? The word that represents how people treat others.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, what's the sentence you're trying to say? Like, start it again?
They need to make the NPC's behavior toward you make sense. Lore-wise.
Yeah, I'm not sure what word you're looking for, actually. I mean, realistic.
No. It's a word like mannerisms, but not that word.
Interactions?
What?
Interactions?
No, it's it's a noun that gauges people's behavior.
I mean, mannerisms is that.
Oh. Without necessarily being plural. Kind of like courage or charisma.
I don't know, dude.
God, why can't I think of this word?
Is it disposition?
That's it!
Okay.
Yay! I'm
Okay.
surprised I actually managed to help you figure that one out.
So I made it back to the lantern. I opened up this gate. So this is the shortcut back to the lantern.
Yes.
So yeah, I hope you were watching Swift Elements in case you never actually got that gate open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now there's also a whole bunch of other places to go to besides just to go fight the boss.
I would I would just take on the boss and then continue on after that, because then you could bring us with you.
Do I have to beat the boss in order to summon you guys?
You need insight, and you have to at least see the boss for that. I don't think you drop insight if you die, but you will drop your souls. Or echoes.
You can call them souls if you want. Okay, well, before I can fight the boss, first I have to get past this big guy. And all of his crow friends. But I don't have to worry so much about the crows. Especially if I can get them to notice me one at a time.
The big guy's not hard either. They're very easy to stagger with the blunderbuss. Oh, there's another mechanic we haven't discussed, because it's not going to come into play for a while. But, how far you are in the game starts to progress the night of the hunt, and that changes the enemies' well, their dispositions.
Oh yeah, like right now you can see the time of day. The sun looks like it's about to reach the horizon in like a couple hours. But time won't progress on its own. Time will only progress after you've done certain things.
Yeah, I think it's based
better.
on bosses.
I think you had feelings for me.
Oh, Divine Darkness just subbed. Praise the sub.
Praise the sub.
Or whatever the Bloodborne equivalent would be.
Make contact with the sub.
Oh yeah. Did we mention... No, I don't think we mentioned... never mind. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah. But yeah, the time of day, or well, the time of the night, also determines how much stuff costs. So the bath messengers, Jesus Christ, I almost slurred that hard. The bath messengers get a little greedy as the night goes on.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna want to figure out what things affect the time of day and save those for last as long as I possibly can.
One of them is, I think, the second required boss in the church.
I don't think you have to fight that one so early, but either way, it's a good idea to get as much farming done as you can beforehand.
But then again, like, most of the stuff you're going to be buying, like, that is really affected by the cost is vials and bullets, and you can just run circles around Yarnum to farm those fucking pathetically easily.
Yeah, very easily. Okay, so right past this threshold here, this is where the fog wall is going to appear. There are still fog walls, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're a little different than they used to be, but yeah, they do exist.
Yeah, so this is the first, well, the first boss that most people fight.
And it's optional.
Like in Dark Souls 2, the last giant is usually the first boss most people fight. But you can always put it off. You can go do other things. You can go fight the Dragon Riders first, or the old Dragon Slayer, or whatever. Yeah, but this first boss, though, I mean, the Vanguard Demon in the tutorial of Demon Souls was kind of a bitch. It took me a while to figure out how to beat him, because you're not supposed to be able to beat him. Although you do get a really cool secret if you do.
Right.
What do you get?
You didn't see?
I forget.
Oh, you get to see the Dragon God early, and you get a whole bunch of upgrade materials.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you can do that, and that's so crazy.
Yeah, but then in Dark Souls 1, the Asylum Demon, you're supposed to kill it. The first time you fight it, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to run away. But yeah, that whole thing is very planned. Dark Souls 2, first boss you fight, you're supposed to beat. There's nothing tricky or tutorial-y about any of that. This, on the other hand, feels like you went the wrong way.
Yeah, he's a... Here, PJ, we know, like, empirically, you're better at Soulsborne series than I am. I've soloed this thing twice in the past 3 months.
Okay. We'll see.
Like I said, locking off.
Oh, I got grabbed. How do I get out of grabs?
I don't think you necessarily can. But yeah, keeping yourself locked off and behind him can be helpful. And like all beasts, he is susceptible to fire as well. Especially if you hit him with an oil burn. But yeah, those Molotovs can help you out quite a bit.
I remember this song. God fucking yeah.
He makes some fucking scary noises. Like he's the kind of boss where, like, if you heard any of the noises he makes in a dark alley, you would just kill yourself immediately.
They're still not as scary as the sounds made by the skeletons in Daggerfall.
I don't know what those sound like.
Didn't you install a mod once for a game that makes the enemies make those sounds? I thought you would have heard them.
Did you just lose Tyler?
Did we?
Oh. Tyler?
Just resetting my connection.
Alright. Tyler.
Yeah.
Have you installed a mod in any game that made the enemies in that game make the sounds of Elder Scrolls Daggerfall enemies?
No.
You guys were both playing some kind of co-op first-person shooting game, and you were looking to the mods in the Steam Workshop, and Kaze, you were the one who found it and read the description, and I told you to install it, but I guess you didn't.
No.
Maybe?
Now, I do know what you're talking about. I do recall that happening. But I don't recall what game it was that we were playing.
It's probably Left 4 Dead. That has a lot of variability in the sounds because of the workshop. Like, I think I installed a mod that turned all the battle music into Kingdom Hearts music.
Okay, what are some of the easiest attacks to shoot him on?
I'm not 100% sure on that, because I never got a parry to work on him. I know you can do it. I've seen it plenty of times. I just straight tanked the dude.
I tried to parry him. I couldn't do it either. You do get one parry for free on him just by doing enough damage. I would suggest just trying to fight him normally. Just get that parry off him for the extra damage. It's automatic. And you'll be good from that point. It shouldn't be that bad. I mean, how many healing vials do you have? If you have at least like
17.
10, you're good. You should be fine.
He's 17 and he's taken about a third of his damage now.
You can try to shoot him during some attacks or whatever just to see if you can stagger him, but I couldn't pull it off.
Fortunately, with the blunderbuss, you gotta be a little closer in order to do it.
Okay, he just transformed. Well, a little. Get off of me.
You didn't get a chance to parry him during the transformation?
No.
That's when I had an opportunity.
I'm not sure.
Weird. Okay. Maybe I was just doing more damage in general. Who knows?
Maybe. He's doing pretty good, though. About as good as I do. Actually, a little better, because I think by this point I had Let's Help Files.
I'm dead. What the hell killed me?
He's got some big combo swings that like hit multiple times.
Yeah, what he did just now, he stabs his hand into the ground and rips it out.
Yeah, when he pulls it up, it does damage. Yeah. It has slightly longer range, too, because of the rubble he pulls up.
I hate those attacks.
That's why I said being behind him helps.
Well, either way. I saw the boss, so now I have one insight. You get an insight every time you see a boss for the first time.
In front of the steps there, they should be offering you a bell.
Right, you don't have to buy it. I was wrong about that.
You have to buy the small beckoning bell.
Yep, but now the doll is standing and can speak. Yeah, this is the plain doll. She is this game's version of the Maiden in Black and the Emerald Herald. So, can I talk to her?
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
Yep, so channel blood echoes. So,
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let
Now,
hold on.
now shut
since
your
you
eyes.
have an insight now, you can summon.
Did you not hear me say hold on?
No.
Okay, what were you saying?
Well, you have an insight now, so you could summon at least one of us.
Right.
Yeah, but if I spend it, doesn't that mean I won't be able to level?
You get more insight for killing the boss.
Wait, you can still level off of the puppet even if you have no insight.
Yeah, I think you can level off of her because she sits back down and can't talk, but you can level off of her once you've talked to her the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her again.
Did you speak with German? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Ah, the little ones, inhabitants of the dream. They find hunters like yourself, worship and serve them. Speak words they do not. But still, aren't they sweet? Ah, they...
I think they gave her a very similar accent to the kind that the maiden in Black had. I wonder why. I mean, no other characters in the games have these accents.
Farewell, good
I'm not
hunter.
sure. You may
May
just
you
be that
find
they
your
like.
worth in the
Maybe it's the
waking
same
world.
actress. Yeah. What's your current level?
Well, I chose milquetoast, so it'd be 10.
Okay, so they've definitely changed how co-op works. The minimum level you can summon is 4, and the max is 32. So it's more than like 20% of your current level, apparently.
4.
Or 2 times, not 20%.
I'm trying to figure out what the formula is.
Yeah, at level 20 you can summon up to 32, and at level 10 you can summon up to 32, and at level 20 you can summon up to 44. The fuck is the formula?
I have no idea. Anyway, consume insight and ring the beckoning bell to enlist the cooperation of hunters from other worlds. Silencing blank ends such forms of cooperation.
What's the difference between the beckoning bell and the old hunter bell?
Old hunter bell summons NPCs.
Oh, okay.
If they're available.
Let's see. Consume insight and ring the old hunter bell to enlist the cooperation of old hunters. Yeah, so let's take a look at those. Actually, let me put them in my personal effects.
You don't have to put the old hunter bell there, because if you actually need to summon an old hunter, you can actually just walk up to the point where you can summon them from and trigger it there.
It doesn't matter because you can't put the old hunter bell on personal effects anyway.
No,
It doesn't let you.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because there's literally no.
Beckoning bell, great old bell discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. A human must use insight to ring this uncanny bell, but the benefits of cross-world cooperation are many. Silencing blank. Hunters are linked by the resonance of bells with special encoded timbres. This inaudible burst disrupts such resonance. Fire to end cooperation and prevent further cooperation. Firing this does not disrupt the resonance of a sinister bell, which I'm guessing is what you use to invade.
Right. Yeah, so you have all 3 bells now? Or just 2?
Just 2.
He doesn't have the small one yet, because you have to buy that.
Yeah, go buy it. You have to go buy it from the other bath.
And there's 4 bells.
Well, the Sinister Bell, yeah, but I'm not going to be buying the Sinister Bell.
Same here. But yeah, if he does buy it now, he won't be able to summon for the boss, so I'd wait until after the boss is dead.
Well, see, I don't know why. No, well, wait, because how do I have 3 insight then?
What have you done?
I beat the boss.
That's how.
No, beating the boss gives you an extra 1, so you get 2. Then I went back to the play. I bought the bell, so that -1. And I went back to the bridge again. Now I have 3.
Don't bosses give you multiple insight?
Yeah, I think you get 3 for taking out the cleric beast.
I only had 2 when I finished the cleric beast, but you'll see that when you beat him.
Anyway, so this big chest here allows you to store items. So it's like the bottomless box. Yeah, so I have 5 leftover quicksilver bullets. I think when you die, your blood vials are automatically refilled with vials that you have in storage.
Yes.
Up until your maximum. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I have no need to store anything. I don't have much. Yeah, but we're finally able to get into this house. Let's see, here's a note in the corner. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. So it's just like Demon Souls. If you want to escape the Nexus, you have to save the world. Or at least this town. And by proxy the world, because otherwise the infection will probably spread. Okay, and then there's this guy. Gonna talk to him.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gairman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you. This was once a... You even...
I like the way he says that. You're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the doll, should it please you.
I mean, there is a significant amount of tangential evidence that he has a doll fetish. That's not a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
That is not a joke.
Anyway, here are the Bath Messengers that sell you things using Insight.
Yep.
So let's see what they actually have.
I don't understand why you could waste your precious insight on a pungent cocktail.
Well, 2 pungent cocktails.
Still, that is a waste of your insight.
Remarkably easy to farm in this game, though.
Small resonant bell. Ring this bell to help hunters in other worlds. Okay, so if I want to help other people, I'm going to need that. But for now, I'm the one that needs help.
Yep. And I looked it up, Tyler. You do get 3 for killing the cleric beast.
Okay, well, that still means that I somehow gained 1 just randomly.
You gain 1 for finding it.
You gain one
you
insight for
gain-
seeing the boss.
Yeah, you gain insight for seeing the
Okay.
boss and for killing it.
Well, wait, then. So that means 4 total.
Yeah, and you spent 1 to get the bell. Right?
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what do we want to do for our passwords?
Well, last time when we did Dark Souls Remastered, we did Sega consoles, right?
Yes.
We could do 90s mascots, like Bubsy.
Okay, do we want Bubsy to be the password? All
now.
lowercase?
Yeah. Okay, let me see how to go
That's
set that.
Oh, you can set it to display either your online ID or name. Interesting.
Wait, how do I...
Well, for other people. Like, you see what their ID is or what their character name is.
Hey,
Yeah, make sure you set the name.
Network.
It's a network.
Okay.
Matching. We want to do worldwide, right? Or should it be local?
It's not going to matter what the password's on.
Okay.
Kinda miss backstabbing, though.
I can live without it.
Okay, I gotta remember which enemies I have to deal with every time I come through here. It's the guy at the beginning. This guy here. No, I'm so glad... Oh god, I just realized you can hit walls. And it doesn't bounce off of them.
Yeah.
Thank god.
By the way, if you start ringing your bell now, it should summon one of us, at least.
Okay.
I'll come back and get summoned as well.
Yeah, I'm standing outside the boss arena, which is pretty close.
So would I just ring the big one? No,
Ring the
small
small
one.
bell.
Small bell. See, we got to the bells pretty quickly, actually.
Faster than I thought. It's been about 2 hours. I figured it'd be, close.
Well, because here's the thing. There's a lot less NPCs to talk to.
Yeah. Fucking birds.
That might be why I like Bloodborne so much more than Dark Souls. Because there is less NPCs.
That's a weird reason to like it more.
Well, I'm saying it's a benefit because it's just more gameplay stuff. I've always preferred that, though. I've always preferred games that are more gameplay. Not to say that there isn't benefits to having games with less gameplay stuff. They can get tiring sometimes. I need to... We'll see if he can get summoned. I need to go back to the dream temporarily.
And you used a lowercase b, right?
Yep, all lowercase.
And it's B-U-B-S-Y?
Yep.
Right. Are you online again?
Yes. Well, I think I am.
Well, just make sure you reconnect. Easiest way is to hold down the home button, go to friends, and it'll tell you to reconnect if you're not already connected.
Now that I think about it, I haven't seen any player messages.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them.
There's not many people playing, yeah.
Just sad. Bloodborne is such a good game.
If I stop searching for friends with the bell, will I get my insight back?
Yeah,
Yes.
if you silence without summoning, you get the insight back.
Thank God.
Yes, okay, good. Alright, let's go see if I can... I'm just gonna exit the game and specifically choose online mode.
And you have PlayStation Plus, right?
Yep.
Tyler does too. I just got it back. And I know I'm online because I just found a player Tombstone and watched their Phantom get fucked up.
I love how From Software, which is like one of the most nondescript company names. What's going on?
What?
I'm trying to get back in, and it says I'm offline again. Hold on. I can see my online friends.
Yeah. I logged in, and as soon as I got into the game, it says lost connection to the network, returning to title menu. The instant I got into the game.
Okay, let me see what's going on here. Let me log into the actual store. Here's what I have to do.
Is it just PSN fucking up right now, or is there something going on at our ends?
I mean, I have my PSN. Like, I do have PlayStation Plus, right?
Right now, account management is having issues on the PSN, according to it, so that might have something to do with it.
You know, I didn't spend however much money I needed for the longest available package for PlayStation Plus. Just for it to fuck up immediately.
Yep.
That's the nature of these things nowadays. The minute, a service goes pay, it ends up working less well for some reason.
Because there's more incentive to fuck with it.
Yeah, right.
There's more incentive for people who just have a fucking hard-on for being trolls to start fucking things. Because then you're wasting people's money, not just their time.
Right. Just turn off the entire console. Just turn off the entire console, and turn it back on. Whew.
Well, I don't know. Should I try soloing the boss again?
That's up to you.
Okay. It's not like I'm gonna lose much.
Turn it off, turn it back on, see if that makes any difference. If it does, then you could probably do the same. Just shut
the whole console?
Turn it back on and probably fix it.
You were talking to me, weren't you? Tyler? Hello?
It's messing up again.
Fine. I'll just shut the console off real quick.
Sorry. Am I coming through?
Yes?
Okay.
Your internet is really fucking up today.
I don't think it's my internet. I mean, it's literally like Discord lacking. Somehow. I can tell that because when you guys start like cutting out, I can see the actual like it's the actual window for Discord is like lagging. Problem.
But you're also having PSN issues, so it's probably your internet.
I'm not having PSN issues anymore. Like, because I can get into the PSN store. I can access my friend list. The only problem is Bloodborne. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with us having European titles of the game.
It shouldn't.
No.
Other people, I've looked it up before I bought this version. Other people have bought this version and are able to play online just fine.
Okay. I shut off my console. I turn it back on. I'm logging in. I'm in. I'm connected.
Yeah. We definitely should have internet set to worldwide, just in case the European license tries to only search Europe. That would be
possible.
Bad.
It's possible. I'm just surprised there wasn't like a code in the box to like download the DLC. It's just on the disc. It's crazy.
I don't understand why that's crazy.
Because games don't do that anymore, PJ.
The Soul series does.
That I don't care. Most games don't do that. That's very it's not normal.
Does that.
Right. I'm saying in general that like no game really does that. In fact, does Dark Souls 3 even have an edition that includes everything? I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. The Fire Fades edition.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got I don't know if PJ told you. I got confused between which game was what. I didn't buy a version of Bloodborne that came with the DLC. I just bought Bloodborne on the marketplace. The one I bought with all the DLC was Dark Souls 3.
Anyway.
Oh, hey, I'm in, and it's not kicking me out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're in. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ringing my bell.
Yes, so you can get your bell down. I'll get my bell ringing. Small resonant bell. Yep, I'm ringing.
See.
Searching for the chime of a beckoning bell with a matching password.
And I know our levels aren't gonna like have an effect on this because if like I'm too high of a level, it'll just down level me. That's all it'll do. And actually, I'm not gonna be that far out of your range. I'm only 4 levels out of your range. So.
Yeah, we'll see if this actually gets in here. And oh, I did forget to change my region though. Hey, cool. If you change the region, it actually just redoes the chime automatically.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Mine set the worldwide, so.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, I need to go get something to drink. I'll be right back. It'll just take a second.
Is that what I think it is? Oh, discovered the chime of a small resonant bell.
It must be Tyler.
Okay, view Spectre. Yeah, so this is just like the bloodstains. You can see how other players died. That guy got fucked up. Let's see, cooperator, the Dark Newt.
Hello, I'm here.
Is that a mustache?
Hello.
What did you... What is it between the mustache and the...
How'd this happen? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Oh, I summoned another... Or, unless that's Kaze.
Tyler, what the fuck is that you made?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I heard your sigh.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, for some reason, I got summoned to someone named Miss Galvin. Oh, that's you. That's actually you.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Sorry.
I was looking at your face.
Sorry.
How did you not get that?
Yep.
Tyler, what is this thing you made?
I'm the Dark Newt.
Stay still, Tyler.
I'm the Dark Newt.
I have a close-up
I
of
am
your
the
face.
fear. I am the fear. I am the hero the
What?
city deserves.
Okay, what is the Dark Newt?
It's something I made up.
I think it's a superhero.
What?
No
what?
notes.
How did you...
How did I do this?
What?
No.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is the chin supposed to be a mouth?
Yes. It's supposed to be a mouth, like a long, like Birdo mouth. Do you see that? Yeah? No?
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a big wide open mouth. Yeah. Yeah, but what I did is I extended the cheeks so wide that the mouth became completely... You can't see the mouth. It's hidden beneath my cheeks. And the my nose is so far into my head. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm proud of this one. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm proud of it.
I think it's your most horrifying yet.
Isn't it? It is quite horrifying. The Dark Newt.
Okay, so how do you pronounce your character's name, Kaze?
Kira a lion.
Is it Kira or Kiara? Kiara?
It somewhere in between Kiara and Kira. Because fucking Gaelic.
So, like... Kira?
Kira or lion. God, that was a fucking terrible accent.
I'm just gonna say Kiara.
Yeah, Kira works.
Kiara O'Ligan?
Lion.
Lion?
Yeah, the
Why
G
you-
and the H is silent.
Why you lying?
It's fuck you.
Why you always lying?
Why are you always lying?
Lying.
So Kiara O'Lion, the Dark Newt, and Ms. Galvin.
The Dark Newt.
What's this? May the good blood guide your way. You can rate it fine or foul. You know, these messages are kind of hard to spot.
They are.
Beast waits ahead, but visceral attack is effective.
Don't give up. Fire is effective.
Yeah, I'm all out of oil urns, though.
I got one Molotov cocktail.
Okay, here we go.
I love how fast fog walls are.
Yeah, they are. It's just like you're moving a veil.
I actually missed him. Are you fucking kidding me?
How the fuck did that miss?
Oh, almost.
That was whatever. Motherfucker, stop dodging my Molotovs!
I got a visceral attack on him, but
Nice,
it didn't do
I saw
much.
Damage. Well, I mean, damage or armor is increased, whatever. Something like that.
Ow, I'm fucked. Oh god. Excuse me while I back the fuck off to heal. Ow.
I threw a rock at him.
And he's dead.
Yep, we got him. No problem at all.
See how easy that is with co-op?
It is really easy.
And also, we are absolutely slathered in blood now.
Yep.
Look at us.
Because it just explodes.
Fucking everywhere.
There's a lot of bloodstains here.
Yep, it's a tough first boss.
You're in the know, right? Right in front of this door. Oh. It appears these messengers have some kind of hat. Is it because of how many times they were rated up?
No. Messengers, I think can randomly have decorations, but you can force them to have a certain one once you can start collecting accessories for them. Because that's a mechanic. There are messenger accessories you can get for them.
Yep.
Mostly hats.
You know, if you want to customize your little scary people.
Okay, and we get a new lantern. Be sure to light it.
Also, since you just finished the boss, are you going to talk about the door back here?
I just did. There was a note in front of it that said, "You're in the know, right?"
Okay.
It seems like it was supposed to be a shortcut into a later area that got, like, cancelled.
Yeah.
It perfectly lines up with the door in a later area.
Yeah, but you can't ever open that door.
Nope.
Yeah, once in a while you'll find the plain doll standing somewhere else. Like sometimes you'll see her kneeling in front of this tomb that you can't examine. Not sure what the tomb is about, though.
Welcome
There's some
home,
theories
good
about it.
hunter. What is it you desire?
Well, with that finished, I guess,
Let me stand.
time to move on.
Okay, so now the first thing I gotta do is boost my skill as high as I can. Get more damage. Okay, I'm level 16 now.
Nice.
Okay, now, who do I talk to, or am I not capable of doing this yet? Wait, can I examine? Oh yeah, the workshop. Okay. Repair items with reduced durability. When does that happen?
I think if you die, but it's like not all the time, it's inconsistent as shit. Like everything.
Let's see. Fortify weapons. Using what? I didn't say. Bloodstone shards. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, threaded gain +1. Now I'm gonna need one more bloodstone shard in order to level it up. Again. Now, the item in this game that you use to get it to max level, which I believe is just called the Blood Rock, is the subject of much frustration in Bloodborne, because it's very difficult to get them. They're not as easy to get as slabs in the Soul series.
No.
Again, it makes sense since there's so few weapons.
Yeah. You can kind of cheese it and force it even before the second required boss, but it requires, like, knowing the actual code for a specific chalice.
Right.
And it's not easy.
Okay, so the swift elements. Do you still need help with the cleric beast? Because I'm willing to help you out with it now that I have the items needed.
Actually, yeah, we could do a lot with, like, because since this is only on one console, anyone that's playing it can play with us.
Yep.
Right,
It's
exactly.
PS4 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another messenger appeared. Because they got that badge. Which I should read that badge description. Let's see, Sword Hunter badge. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many healing church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts.
Which many people...
I was just about to guess, is that who the cleric beast was? Is it Ludwig?
People thought that for a long time. No.
No?
If I'm not mistaken, he is a cleric beast, but he's not that.
The Old Hunter Bell. One of the resonating bells across the gaps of worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. The old hunters, who have long passed from the dream but cannot forget the feeling of the hunt, rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring the bell at their side and they are certain to give a listen, for the night of the hunt is long and unchanging. Okay, so this hunt, there's a reason that only doing certain things progresses the time of day. Is because time is frozen, I think.
Effectively.
Yeah, so the night is just going to go on forever unless we manually end it.
That's so weird, though. Like, the people of the town must know that. The ones that aren't crazy.
Maybe. Let's see. Torch. A common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin-drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. So it's a fire weapon. Do I need to expend anything to light it?
No, it's just always lit.
Correct.
Maybe I should put it in my second weapon slot. No, wait, I can't?
It's a left-hand weapon.
It's a left-hand weapon, yeah.
Left-hand weapon, okay. Does it take Quicksilver bullets?
No.
Okay, so I can just attack things with fire when I'm not using my gun.
Yeah, the actual torch is pretty useless for attacking, but you do get a hunter's torch later that you can actually, like, upgrade.
Oh, you can sell items in this game too. That's cool. Though I'm still not sure what I can sell. What's this? Oh, something I can buy. Hand lantern. A small portable lantern. This hunting accessory provides light while leaving both hands free to hold weapons. The torch, however, provides stronger light. So it's like that little crystal thing that every Demon Soul character starts with, that hangs on their waist.
Yeah, and actually, I think you put it in the same space.
You do.
It sits on your left hip, basically. But the thing about it is, just putting it on a bar or something doesn't actually do anything. You actually have to use the hand lantern to attach it to yourself. Which I didn't know for the longest time.
Repeating pistol. Crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design, the repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart as the trump card in one's arsenal. So, what's the effectiveness of that one compared to the others?
Since it fires 1 bullet right after the other, your window for triggering a visceral is higher. So it's really good against fast enemies.
But
you spend a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You spend a lot of bullets, and it's pinpoint accurate. So if they're slightly to the side, you'll miss.
Okay, and they're also selling another weapon called the Kirkhammer. On the one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant, obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. Trick Hunter weapons forged in the Healing Church workshop, said to be hidden somewhere in the Grand Cathedral, were made to the tenets of a rival school of craftsmanship. So, is there ever a lore-given reason as to why hunters use trick weapons?
I think it started with hunters wanting to have versatility since there were so many different kinds of beasts. And it just over time evolved to a very eccentric level of variety. Because you actually get some of the earliest hunter weapons that were made in the DLC. And you can see how those evolved into what's used now.
Yeah, but most likely, some guy, like one of the original hunters, probably just had some really simple combo weapon of some kind, and then it just became a thing once he was successful, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know what the first. Have you talked to the guy in the dream yet?
Garnham, yes.
What did he say?
He said that the dream used to be a safe haven for hunters. And that you can use anything that you wanted. And that was pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not really a spoiler, but Garmin's obviously a hunter. He's the first hunter.
Yeah, basically.
And all trick weapons are based off of his weapon.
Right.
So he was the first one to use them, and then other people were like, well, that's a fantastic idea. And started experimenting with what kind of trick weapons they could come up with that were effective. And it just so happens that some crazy bastard was like, I'm going to attach like a 75-pound slab of rock to the end of my sword sheath. And the Kirkhammer exists.
What I love is the simplicity of the axe compared to everything else. Because it's like, you have the pole. Sorry, not the pole, the cane that's like a whip. And then you have like the cleaver, which becomes like a super long, unwieldy cleaver. And then the axe is just like, axe. Bigger axe.
Well, actually, in that same way, you have Ludwig's Holy Blade, which is another church weapon that's like the Kirkhammer, except it's sword. Great sword.
Yeah.
Just bigger sword. Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna see what's down this way now. And drop off of here. One cold blood due.
Did you want to summon us to help out in that area?
Oh, sure, I suppose.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go to the Central Yarnum bonfire since you're pretty close to it. Bonfire, goddamn.
Oh, here's the other side of this door. Yeah, I opened that door too, so you can just come right through there if you end up on that side.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the biggest problem with Bloodborne is the fact that you can't teleport to other lanterns from any lantern. The fact that you have to go through a loading screen to get to the goddamn dream and then back again is just...
Again, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be when the loading was like 3 times longer.
Yeah, they did update like how the loading is and make it more efficient. But it's still like an inexcusable 30-second loading screen there, 30-second loading screen to the next area. It's just not okay.
But I don't really understand why they would do that anyway, given... Okay, they could still have the Hunter's Dream as a place you can go to from any bonfire. Why didn't they just have a warp list right below that or something, you know? I don't know.
Okay, something I want to show. I'm not sure how Kaze got it so early. But this is the set of an NPC that we'll be meeting in the game, and it's the character that I drew for the thumbnail. He's even using her same weapons.
So Kaze's probably done with the game or something.
Are you done with the game? Kaze, you're muted.
He's just gonna leave us hanging. I guess we will assume that he has finished with the game.
Kaze, do you know you're muted?
He'll remember eventually. Yeah,
I have an idea.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Follow me. Come on. What is going on?
What do you mean? What is going on?
Kaze... Okay, he says he's on his phone. He's
Okay.
typing in the chat.
Okay.
He's still muted in Discord. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, he might just be taking a call. We just can't talk in Discord. That's probably what it is, you know? I mean, that would make sense, right?
I suppose, but it happened awful suddenly.
What, phone calls can't happen suddenly?
Picking them up can't. Man, I still really suck at this.
Suck at what?
The game.
Oh, the game? Okay.
Because I just died.
Do you want me to come along with you? I'll come along with you.
Because I'm still in the habit of getting away from enemies when they hit me, instead of attacking them immediately to get my health back.
Well, I never worry about getting my health back at all. I mean, I don't really play like that. I know it's a mechanic or whatever, but I don't really worry about it too much myself. I mean, there's nothing telling you have to play like that. Back at the bridge bonfire, right?
Yeah. I tried to shoot. Oh, I had the torch out. God damn
How
it.
close am I to that? I opened up the shortcut to the next boss, so I'm ready for the next boss when we get to it.
Okay, I really need to practice parrying, because it's a super, super important mechanic.
You'll get it. Okay, heading up. Gonna level a little bit. Okay.
Oh, that guy drops a lot of bullets.
The Kerr camera requires so much strength to wield. It takes 16. That is a lot.
There. Okay, I'm kind of getting used to it.
Okay. I'm on the bridge. So I'll go ahead and just ring the small bell.
Because I still have the bell active.
I'm surprised it doesn't become inactive with the boss dying.
There's another boss in the area, though.
Well, we still have to be within the vicinity, don't we, for it to work?
It's a big vicinity. Oh, I thought this was where you normally entered the elevator.
You entered you went the elevator from below, not from the
I thought
top.
that was the bottom.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and then there's these, you know, this must be what I was thinking of. Because in Demon Souls, there are these carriages in the Bolitarian Palace that are constantly shaking, but they never break open, and you never have any idea what's in them except for maybe wolves. But in this game, once you progress the time of day so far, these wolves are free. There's more of them hanging around.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to let me in, because it just says searching over and over again. I'm gonna have to probably walk down closer to where you are.
It got me stuck in this corner. Well, I suppose I could have gotten out if I went around. Hey, why can't I see Kaze's health? Oh, there it is. I can only see it at certain camera angles. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, because you just passed by the dogs.
God, stop it!
You're a hunter, aren't you? Well,
Do you know of any safe places?
Okay, so as soon as you get near these doors, this lady inside starts talking to you right away, and she asks if you know of any safe places. So let's knock again and see if we can't answer her.
I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me or not?
Okay, well, the only option is no, because we don't know of any safe places.
I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what...
I'm back.
Alright.
That little good you outsiders do. Go on. Admit it.
Welcome back.
You can hear more of that laughing, by the way, over here.
Hold on.
Well, go and stop it. I know all your tricks.
Okay, Kaze, so what happened? Why were you... Why were you unable to play for that little bit? Why were you
Because
muted?
I was trying to get my headphones plugged in so I could hear the phone.
Okay, well anyway, this is one of a few different characters that you can send to, quote, safe places, but first you have to learn about those safe places. And some places are safer than others. Okay, so I guess we're going this way. I do believe that that NPC is in here somewhere.
If you come the way I went.
Yep, right up here. There she is. Eileen the Crow. So I'm gonna talk to her.
Oh. A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt. What are you... Oh.
Again, that's it for her. So, you know, I don't know why. All these problems that we've had today are making me feel really out of it. I don't know what to say. I just want to say, this is a bell. Yep, that's a bell. I destroyed some boxes.
I made some cool noises.
There's so many tiny little problems stacked on top of one another.
I think things are going smooth now, though.
Okay, well anyway, so... You randomly muted right when I was asking how you got Eileen's stuff so early.
Because it's very possible in the next step of her quest line for her to die, and if she does, she drops her badge.
Oh, okay, so you just bought all of her stuff?
Yep.
Okay. But...
It's expensive as fuck.
It's gonna be a long time before I can get it then, because I intend to complete her quest line.
Yeah, the Blades of Mercy are 40,000 Nimcos.
What's this? It's the Scourge of Friends, therefore a time for friends.
What?
What?
I was able to see a ghost of the person who left the message.
Yeah, you can do that with messages in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3.
You can attach an emote to them.
Wondrous woman, may the good blood guide your way. Nothing but
Treat
terrible.
hunting with care.
Nothing but terrible foes here. Therefore, time for contact.
By the way, take a look at the actual animation of these things separating. It's like they're linked at the tip.
Yeah, I never understood how it worked.
And they clank apart like that, and then they swing back together. You like loop it around. It's weird.
I can't even really see what's going on. It just seems like it's flashing.
Well, you separate them, raise it above your head, and then tear them apart. And then what you do is you hook the tip of the left one into the right one, and then swing it up and catch it back at the grip. It's so weird looking.
I don't know. Maybe I'll record myself doing it at some point and watch it in slow motion.
And then you have this one.
Yep, which we... Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's got the cook hammer.
Yeah, just a sword. With a brick.
Mm-hmm. It's got like commandments written on it. So you can like beat holiness into people.
Smite is a different game, Tyler. Okay, well, talking to Eileen here and exhausting her dialogue is the first step of her quest, and it's all we really need to do. Okay, it looks like I can't get this item unless I knock the corpse down. So, gonna do that. Anything else up here? Take a step forward. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yep. The only way down is to fall, though. Which, there was an item right here that I just knocked down for you. Because Phantoms can do that in Bloodborne.
Okay, so where's the best place to fall?
Just onto one of these side platforms, like right here.
Falling damage is incredibly low in Bloodborne, so you don't have to worry about it much.
Yeah. Oh, that's you. Yeah, and the nice thing, unlike other Soulsborne games, your Phantoms can pick up blood vials and quicksilver bullets from enemies too. So it's completely possible for Phantoms to resupply themselves during a co-op session.
It's really, really cool that you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're back where we started.
Yep.
Yeah, since I guess since you do pick up blood vials all the time, then you don't have to, you know, be stingy with them too much.
No, not really. Like, yeah, I just picked up one.
I just
like
picked up two more.
If you're at max vials and missing health, use one. Just do it. Because then you'll probably pick one up and refill yourself pretty much instantly. Okay, this is going to be kind of a rough area.
Okay, hold on, I'm not done looking around in here yet.
Yeah, there are other items in here, but you have to drop down to get to them, so we could come back for them after we clear some of the next part out.
Cold blood do. What's cold blood do for again? Is that
soul item.
What?
It's a soul item.
Oh, okay. So like large soul of a nameless soldier.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, there's guys with guns out here, if I recall.
Yeah. Excuse, did that guy just run past me? Asshole.
Excuse me, sir, but I was rolling. That should not have hit me. There's no way, like in Dark Souls 2, to affect the number of invincibility frames that you have during rolls, is there?
I think the only way to do that is using the old Hunter's Bone.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was an item. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that guy just climbed the ladder just to end up back down at the bottom.
Dead. Completely fucked him up.
I love those crow enemies, by the way. They really are some of my favorite enemies, like, in any game. Just for the idea, like, what they represent. Because they're birds. But, like, let's make them a ground enemy. You know, it's just smart.
They could have just used penguins.
Well, crows are associated with gothic stuff, so...
Or
Crows.
chickens.
Excuse me. What gothic story have you ever seen that used chickens?
Or kiwis.
That would be adorable. I wouldn't want to kill them. That would be an effective strategy to make me not want to hurt the enemy. I mean...
Or just make them adorable?
Yeah. Who wants to kill a kiwi? They're so fucking cute.
Okay, hold on. I seem to recall... Yeah, there's a beam over there that I can drop down onto.
Yeah.
There's an item on it. You guys can go down the ladder if you want. Okay. Not used to platforming in this game. There we go. Bloodstone shard. Sincerest thanks. Weren't there enemies over here?
No.
Oh, I thought there were.
Nope.
Ah, there's this area though.
Yep.
With the boats.
Which there's actually, we actually missed the chance to get the other enemies up there on that ledge.
Well, doesn't that just mean we have to go back up and drop down?
Well, we have to walk back a little bit. But there isn't really any items up there, I don't think.
There are. We knocked 2 of them down.
Oh, those. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be up there.
Alright.
So now
Madman's knowledge.
Go back up. Yep. That gives you insight.
It indeed does.
Yeah, and just the name alone is enough to have enough implications. So, Madman's knowledge is what gives you insight. So, insight must make you a madman.
Crazy. Cool, I one-shot them. That's pretty...
Two bloodstone shards. Now there's no way to get over to the other side without climbing back up and dropping, is there?
Nope. But yeah, one of the reasons I say that insight is a lot easier to get than like humanity or human effigies is because there's a lot of Madman's knowledge items in the game. I'm maybe a sixth of the way through the game and I have 18 of them. So, and then 6 soft insight now.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Do you have your phone near your microphone?
I moved it away.
Okay, so I just got a couple of interesting items. Let's see. Were they weapons? Yeah, Star Spear is one of them. This star, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. Yeah, it almost has the same description as the cleaver.
Am I adorable?
Is that the plain doll set?
Yeah.
You really should try attacking the plain doll to show what happens.
Should
What?
I?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. If you attack the plain doll, I mean, it works like the other. Well, I don't know. Is that how it was in the first game?
In Demon
Could
Souls?
you? Yeah. Could you kill the maiden?
Maiden in black. You could, but she would just come back when you reloaded the area.
Yeah, that's
and
what
explain
happens
that you couldn't kill her.
Yeah.
Now there's a pit with all of these things.
Hold on. Are there illusory walls in this game?
I think only in Chalice dungeons.
Yeah, I think that's right. Oh,
Yeah,
so
take a
should we
look down
climb
here,
this
Peter.
ladder first?
Yeah, if we want, yeah.
Also, Bloodborne is the first game that lets you climb up ladders quickly without it expending stamina.
Right.
Dark Souls 3 lets you do that too. Madman's knowledge. Is that all that was over here? Just a madman's knowledge and a bunch of burbs.
Burb.
Okay, I think this is another door we can knock on. Unless Kaze wants to take out that enemy first.
Well, I was gonna wait until you were done.
Okay, knock.
Wretched outsider. Trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity. Wretched trying heaven.
Yep, nothing there. I could be wrong, but isn't there
God
something
damn it.
you can do? Like just killing bosses or whatever that makes these people trust you more?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you want to take
Also,
that out?
come over near me and listen. Aside from the groans, you can hear this thing talk. Didn't play for you.
I'm not hearing any speech. Just laughter.
Oh, really? Because for me, he just went so cold, dear sister.
Do you need more insight to hear it?
Maybe. I only have 6, though.
I only have 1.
I like how it plays the noise cue for you unlocking a visceral attack for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind
Anyway, guys, if you come over here for a second. If you look over this fence towards the area over there, you can see that they misplaced a few textures. You can actually see through the environment where you're not supposed to see.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yep. Yep, they misplaced a few. Well, whatever.
That's bound to happen with areas like this.
Where
Yep.
at exactly?
You can see it in my stream. It's like, it's directly underneath the visible area that you can walk on.
Yeah, you can see right through it.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I don't know if it just isn't rendered in there right now or something due to distance. I don't know.
It may be a distance issue. So the texture's probably there, it's just... I think they underestimated how far that distance was.
Right.
But they also might not have cared, because who else but Tyler is going to be looking in that kind of area?
Okay, this gate, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this is where I found the oil urns and used them in that one guy the first time.
Yep.
But there's also this window, which is one of the more important windows. So, let's talk.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Maybe it's really look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
Okay, so this little girl in the window gave us a music box and asked us to look for her parents. Her father disappeared, and then her mother disappeared when she went to look for him. And the music box, according to her, apparently helps the father remember them when he forgets. Which is something that happens.
Kind of has some weird implications.
Yeah, so that the father forgets them a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
But the music box can help him remember. This way?
Yeah, because there's the other entrance into the sewers, and I think you can get a better suit of armor.
Oh, yeah.
I think the suit I'm wearing comes from that. Ooh, another drop. Yeah, blood vial!
Oh, missed this. Naturally, you're gonna want to keep collecting blood vials and stuff until your storage is full.
Yeah, because God, can you go through them fast?
Oh, so this is the first drop-off that I found earlier.
Yep.
Gotta be real careful with this one, though, because if you come
But
over
actually,
here...
you can come around to this ladder here.
Oh. Never mind. I thought you had to drop down here, see the secret ladder, climb up, and there'd be an item.
No, because the ladder's... The path to the ladder is just hidden by something that looks like you can't break it. But you can. Because it's like one of these coffins, but it's breakable.
I was gonna try and parry that guy.
Ow. Oh, you got it.
Well, I'm the one that got hit. I needed to. Get my
Oh,
health
I
back.
didn't even think you got hit.
I always get hit when I parry them.
Yeah.
It's like a sacrifice I just have to make.
Yeah. Is there an item on this thing?
Yes.
That might be the armor set.
Give me a second to go back and get these items. Blood vial. Anything in the corner here?
That asshole has an item on him, but he's stuck in the fucking geometry. Come on. Asshole. He's hanging below the ladder. I can't get the item. You fucking dick.
Whew. Thick cold blood.
I know there's armor around here somewhere.
Throwing knife. Okay, so there are still throwing knives in this game.
Yep, and I think there's poison ones as well.
How useful are they?
A little more useful than they are in Dark Souls. Over this edge, is there an item that you can see?
On this body. The hunter said.
Oh,
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes?
Yeah.
I wanted to explain. There was actually a spear guy right here before when I came up this way. And when he saw me, he attempted to attack. He stepped forward, fell off, and died.
That is... Oh, I can see him. I see his corpse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you look, PJ, that's where we went up that ladder.
Hmm? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want, you can just run around that way to get down, if you don't want to risk the drop.
No, I'm good at dropping.
I mean, you can fall all the way and not die, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I missed.
There's something just badass about weaving into this group with dual-handed weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so satisfying.
You know, the hunter's leg must be really healthy.
The what?
The hunter's leg.
Oh, from stabbing it.
Is it just full of holes?
Something interesting about it, because if you notice, they stab their right leg, right?
Yeah.
And there's a superstition around their old armor. The armor you can get in the DLC has a red cloth tied around the right thigh because the hunters were convinced that beasthood crept up the right leg.
Oh, okay.
But that's also where they inject the blood vials, in that same spot. So it's kind of this weird superstition that still follows them in some way.
Is the equipment weight not a thing?
It is not. There's no different roll speeds, nothing like that.
The Blade of Mercy a skill-based weapon?
Yes. And let me check my phone real quick, because I just realized what time it is. Matt might have already tried calling me. Did he? No, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be getting called in a little bit here, probably, to go get Matt. It's
okay.
only 7:30.
Well, this is probably the only time we'll be playing Bloodborne at this weird hour.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't like too bothered about doing it once, because hey, we could start the playthrough this week, and then next week everything goes back to normal anyway.
So it all depends on how my schedule goes.
Okay, so at the end of this tunnel is this big pig enemy, who's kind of really difficult.
Kind of, sort of.
Unless you do this.
Yeah, I can just do that. Yeah, I think it's not too bad.
Oh wow, really? Is it that easy?
Yeah. By the way, that's the proof that the enemy can know you're there and you can visceral them.
I can't pull it off on any enemy that knows me, like has seen me, so I don't know.
Saw Hunter badge.
That lets you get the saw spear from the bath messengers if you don't pick it up.
Oh, I fell on the hole. Why is there a hole there?
It's a trap.
The Beckoner has died.
Well, I thought you knew about it.
Why is there a hole there?
It's a trap.
It's a sewer system.
What kind of trap? I mean...
A very effective one.
It just killed you. A good trap, actually.
The fact that you wouldn't think it's a trap is therefore makes it a good trap.
Okay, so where are we gonna summon from?
Where's the easiest way to get back to that area from?
Central Yharnam has the least amount of, like, horrifying enemies. Or actually, let me think. Because you have Central Yharnam and the Great Bridge, right?
Don't I have 3?
I think you also have the Sick Room, but it's... Yeah, Central Yharnam will be best.
Yeah, we'll just go through all of the weaker enemies at the beginning and go through that gate I just unlocked next to the window. Unless there's a faster way.
I don't think there is.
I hear you, man, but I don't know.
Yeah. There's ways we can go. Computer, please work.
Listen, where do you want me to be summoned from? Just let me know.
Central Yarnum Lantern.
Central Yarnum Lantern. Okay.
Oh, by the way, as you defeat bosses, keep talking to the guy in that window by that lantern, PJ.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to him now.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
Okay, so he's basically like this game's version of the Crestfallen Warrior.
Yeah, I think after the next boss, he gives you a weapon.
Okay, well, I've got the bell active.
Yeah, so it's fine. How many Madman's knowledge do you have?
Like 3?
Okay.
No, 2.
Oh, you can't leave those. That sucks. Hey, discovered new chime. Yeah, what you're gonna do is you'll want to save at least one of those and use it to buy the small bell. That way you can build up soft insight over the week if you wanted. By helping people.
Oh, just helping other people beat the boss to get insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go this way if you want. This will be a little faster, I think. The Dark Newt.
Where is the Dark Newt?
Also, I just realized you spelled it Newt as in, like, you know, the skeletons with the trumpets.
Yeah.
What?
Also, this guy is always good to kill because he gives you like a bunch of Quicksilver bullets.
I did mention that, but what skeletons with what trumpets?
It's a meme.
The meme. The Duke skeletons.
Oh, you mean those really weird 3D ones with the low frame rate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna keep playing, but I have to mute.
Dark Newt. I mean, it's supposed to be a pun on the Dark Knight, but the thing is, Newt is more because the face that I made looks a lot like the face that Pingu makes, and the noise he makes is Newt. So it's like Newt. Yeah.
Pengu?
Pingu. You don't know who Pingu is?
From what?
Pingu. That's the show he's from. It's called Pingu. It's
okay, that Pingu. Okay.
Yeah, that Pingu. Yeah. I actually watched some of Pingu, sorry. And that show is weird. Like, it's interesting because like it's supposed to just be about like a kid penguin doing kid things. But the way that they like characterize him is like a little too human. Because some episodes has him being like a real good kid, and like other ones he's like a complete jerk to everyone, but like in a very realistic way. And it's kind of like weird just how much they kind of get how kids think. It's also just crazy as hell.
I still have no idea why I had this cough after like a month.
I don't know, man.
I mentioned it to my doctor, but like most of the things I say to her, she ignored it.
Damn it. Yeah, he got knocked off from the big guy.
Well, I still have my bell active. He can just ring again.
Again, he can't. You can't.
What the hell happened? I thought ball damage was supposed to be low.
It is, but you got attacked by the one guy as soon as you landed, which took off the remainder of your health. Because yeah, if you fall all the way down there, you can survive it with like 50% health. But he attacked you and took out the rest.
I didn't even mean to fall all the way down there. I just kind of got launched forward a bit too fast and I was trying to land on the beam. And now I'm out of insight. Yeah,
you're just better off doing it solo now. I can get to right before the boss and wait. Probably be easiest. I don't know. I mean, that would be the easiest way, for sure.
Well, what good's it really gonna do me since I can't, you know, summon you?
You have Madman's knowledge. Unless.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, that was all a whole bunch of unfortunate bullshit, huh?
Well, how about this? How about I get there and then I can summon you? I mean, if you make a victory in my world, will that give you an insight?
It will.
Yeah, then we can do that.
But yeah, Matt just called me, so I gotta go pick him up. So I'm gonna back out now.
Okay.
Probably gonna be done by the time I get back, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely, because I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
we were only planning on going until 8 anyway.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to open up like another shortcut or something, and then I'll probably stop.
Yeah, you gotta unlock the that one elevator. You get that shortcut just before the next boss. But yeah, I will see you guys later then. When's our next session of this? Like next Tuesday?
No idea. I would like to make it Saturday, but I need to talk to Tyler about it.
Okay. Alright, I'll see you then. Goodbye, everyone watching the stream.
Bye.
Hey, bye. Okay, so Tyler. Saturday. You have Saturday off this week, right?
I do have Saturday off, yes.
Okay, which means that Friday you'll be getting off at 3:30, and your sleep cycle is going to be completely affected by then. It's going to be difficult for you to stay up late.
I don't think so. I'll be fine.
Okay, because you'll end up having to stay up a lot later than you've been going to bed, like on Saturday night, if we're going to play Bloodborne again.
Right. But I'll live. It's fine. I don't know what I'm working Sunday. If I'm working Sunday or not, I don't know.
So if you are working Sunday, though, which is not something that you know until the night before, which is ridiculous, by the way.
They don't do scheduling until then, so... Well, sometimes they post it on Friday, which should make it easier. I'll check on Friday to see if it's posted.
Okay, I recovered my blood echoes. Now I just gotta get down there safely. It happened again. It just launched me off the edge.
Can you bypass that problem the same way you did in Dark Souls 2, perhaps?
That being?
What, just lunge attacking? Plunge attacking, I mean? Or, no, that was to avoid rolling, though.
Yeah. No, in Dark Souls 2 I was never able to figure out what caused me to launch off of edges. What are Bold Hunter's marks for?
Bold Hunter's marks are homeward bones. That's all they are.
Allow a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. A trick that seems nearly too good to be true. Okay, so yeah, they're just homeward bones. Music box. A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Let's see. Cold Blood Dew. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbue the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. And instead of the different soul items in this game having like names, instead they're literally just labeled in order of strength. Cold Blood Dew 1, Cold Blood Dew 2, Cold Blood Dew 3. And then there's also Thick Cold Blood, which is the exception to the rule. I'm sure there'll be others. But each one is just an advancement of the previous picture of some blood being dropped into a pool. It's kind of weird. So why is it just like blood that's frozen in time or something? I don't know.
Just frozen. Who knows? I'm not really sure.
It doesn't say it's frozen. I'm just trying to figure out what it looks like. Like, to them. Hit him. I didn't find this item before.
What?
A bloodstone shard. So you got real quiet as soon as Kaze left.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Well, it's also probably because for some reason it keeps messing up and you probably can't hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably.
It's difficult with the way that this works. I don't know. It's been difficult with the internet tonight. Hey, I mean, all things considered, we didn't actually we did a lot actually tonight. Maybe only one boss, but there is fewer bosses in this game than in Dark Souls 2. So, because in total there's, I think, I might be wrong about that actually. Well, what would you say about that?
I'd say that I'm stuck in a wall between enormous pigs' fat folds, and I'm dead. How do you get behind it?
You just run behind it. That's all I ever do. I mean, I would love to say it's something more complicated, but that's literally all I've ever done.
But you have to get behind it and also have enough time to do the charge attack.
True. But you can also just climb down behind it, you know, the other way.
I know, but I wanted to fight it.
Kaze had the luxury of it being distracted by you at the time.
Okay, so how much shit can I run past in order to get back to that pig? Or at least
it's gonna be
to the ladder that was on.
It's gonna be difficult with with all the guys in the water down there. That's another thing. I just ran into a situation that's good to keep in mind. Visceral attacking does not work if you are on like if you're on stairs and you're below the enemy and they're above you. Visceral attacks won't work. It's a good thing to keep in mind. You have to be on the same flat plane as the enemy.
God damn it. Do you also have to be within an enemy's range of attack in order to parry them with a bullet?
The parry range from a bullet, well, yeah. Well, if you're doing a visceral attack afterwards, yes. To parry it with a bullet, it matters what gun you're using. The blunderbuss requires you to be close. Pistol is mid-range, and there's some guns that are long range.
Okay, nobody told me the blunderbuss required me to be close.
Closer than the pistol. It's not horribly closer. It's not a huge change. It's not a huge difference, I should say. I just wish it was more clear during what points of an enemy's attack are actually parryable. Like maybe adding some sort of colored indicator or something might have been a nice touch. But they didn't do that, so. Because it seems some enemies can be parried when they're like preparing an attack. And others can only be parried when they're actually like in the middle of the attack animation.
Wait, when did you get down here? I saw you walk past me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened?
I ran past this enemy. Not that. God damn it.
If you need to concentrate, you don't have to answer me.
I ran past this enemy on the upper ledge that didn't notice me. I dropped down, and as soon as I was down there, I turned around and there it was. And I know it was the same enemy because it has my blood echoes. It had the glowing eyes.
I don't know, man. I didn't think it would end up being this frustrating to you, but oh, I suppose that happens with some things.
I muted my mic as the dog started barking like crazy.
Ah.
But anyway, it's almost 8 p.m. Kaze is gone.
Right.
I'm not feeling so great. Pretty much everything went wrong. Not necessarily just with playing the game, but with like just externally it went wrong. With the PSN problems and
well, I mean, I still think that overall, though, we've had worse times with things before. You know, I think we can reside in that at least.
What?
That's not the right wording. What am I trying to think of then? It's not reside. It's
agree.
No. It's a word that means like to be content with. It sounds like reside. It's like a phrase.
It's not confide.
No? Why wouldn't confide be correct? That sounds right.
That's not what it means.
What does confide mean?
It means to place your trust in somebody.
Confide means that, huh? Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking of then.
I don't know. Well, anyway. I'm gonna spend some time trying to get good at Bloodborne again, because it's very, very different from the Souls games in terms of playstyle.
Right.
And it's been a long time since I last played.
Okay.
But there was a point, I assure you all, where I was good at this game. I managed to solo one of the hardest optional bosses. Took me all night.
I remember, I was there.
Yes. Took me all night, but I managed to do it.
Yes, and no, so you had it. You know, you had it. That boss, you can't freaking worry about parrying at all, though.
No, that boss, though, I wasn't able to beat until I just went balls to the wall and started parrying it like crazy.
It's hard to do, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm oh yeah, and my controller, the new one that I just bought, being broken.
I don't know what's up with that either, man.
No idea. Well, we're gonna try and play Bloodborne again on Saturday. Until then, I mean, I don't have any artwork to do for a long time. So I have time now to just mess around in Bloodborne, help other people, farm some insight, farm some blood echoes, and try and just get better at this game. I also need to buy a different gun, because I didn't realize that the blunderbuss had such a handicap. Yeah, well, okay, so this is going to be where we end the stream for now.
Yep, we're all done.
Alright, goodbye everybody.
So bye everyone, have a great night.